Chen pushed open the creaking wooden door of his grandfather's old house, and dust hit his face like mist, choking him and making him cough repeatedly. The air was filled with the smell of old mold and a faint smell of rotten wood. The sunlight slanted in through the cracks in the broken curtains, elongating his thin figure. His senior year of high school was already overwhelming for him. His parents were busy working. After his grandfather passed away last year, this house became his sanctuary. In fact, it was a garbage dump full of debris. "Grandpa, what's the use of the things you left behind?" Chen muttered to himself, kicked away a pile of yellowed newspapers, squatted down and rummaged through them. His father said that his grandfather had an old music box, which was said to be a family heirloom, but after looking through it for a long time, he only saw some worn picture frames and rusty iron boxes. Finally, in a shadowed corner under the bed, he touched a cold metal object. "Pull it out and take a look," a palm-sized music box, exquisitely carved, with strange runes engraved on the surface. It looks like a magic prop in a fairy tale. A dim sapphire is inlaid on the lid of the box. Press the side switch and the ancient melody slowly sounds. The melody was tearful, as if coming from the ancient abyss, and Chen's heartbeat accelerated inexplicably. The air began to twist, the blue light of the music box bloomed, and an illusory light door opened in front of you. His eyes widened, he took a step back and hit the corner. Is this an illusion? Or is it a prank by the ghost in the old house? Countless light points poured out of the light door, converging into a translucent panel, floating in front of his eyes. Congratulations to the host for activating the ancient music box system. Unlocking the truth of the world, behind the modern city, there is a parallel magical pet universe hidden. The profession of pet trainer has been passed down from generation to generation, and only the holder of the music box can open the door of summoning. Pet classification: common, D grade, rare, A grade, mythical beast, S grade and above. The inter-school competition is a proving ground for newcomers. The winner will be honored, but the loser's pet may be confiscated. Chen rubbed his eyes, his head buzzing. Pets? What the hell? Isn't this a game? The panel continued to flash. Gift for newbies: Catcher X1, Music Fruit X10. Mission: capture the first pet and start the development diary. The trap fell into his palm like a solid object, and the warm metal touch made him believe it. Excitement surged into his heart, and he rushed out of the old house and headed straight to the nearby abandoned park. The system map marked the first trace of a pet, a D-class little fire fox. In the grass of the park, the setting sun lengthens the shadows of the trees, and Chen sneaks in with bated breath. Suddenly, a burst of fire burst out. Little Firefox, a fluffy orange little guy with a tail like a burning flame, staring at him with watery eyes and making a cute cry of "oh oh." Chen's heart was beating wildly. It's so cute. But how to catch it? He awkwardly raised the trap, pointed it at the little Firefox, and swung it out. The light net unfolded, but the little fox nimbly dodged it. Damn it! Chen rushed over and fell to the ground. The little fox also jumped on his back and licked his ears, his hot tongue carrying a faint caramel aroma. You little thing, stop making trouble. The passers-by around gave strange looks, and an uncle walking the dog stared wide-eyed. Boy, what are you doing? Is that fox a pet? Impossible, where did the magic pet come from here? The uncle's dog also barked wildly, with its tail clamped tightly, as if it felt threatened. Chen complained in his heart, passengers, you know nothing, this is my system. He took a deep breath and aimed again. This time, the little fox came closer curiously, the trap made a pop sound, and the ball of light engulfed it. Success. Capture successful. Xiaoyan, D-level fire fox, loyalty 50%, skill, fire tail whip, LV1. Feeding music fruits can be upgraded. Xiao Yan appeared, rubbing against Chen's legs, the flames of her tail swaying gently, exuding warm heat. Chen squatted down and took out the musical fruit, the crystal clear fruit. He took a bite and the juice was as sweet as honey, with the faint auditory hallucination of vibrating strings. Come on, Hamura, eat. Xiaoyan swallowed it in one gulp, and a red light flashed on her body, level increased to LV2. New skill unlocked, Fire Bomb. Yi Chen was so happy that he couldn't help but smile. Haha, this is so cool. Start the development diary. He took out his cell phone and quickly recorded, Day 1, picked up Grandpa's music box and captured Hamura. Feed 1 fruit, LV2. I feel like I'm about to take off. Early the next morning, Yi Chen sneaked into the classroom with his school bag on his back. Xiaoyan was hiding in the school bag, with flames coming out of his tail disobediently. He sat down carefully, and his best friend Qin Feng came over, his chubby face full of gossip. Brother Chen, where did you fool around last night? Your eyes are so bright, are you in love? It's much better than that. Yi Chen lowered his voice and secretly opened the zipper of his school bag. Xiaoyan looked over and blinked cutely, and Qin Feng was instantly petrified. I'm dazzled. Is this a pet fox? It's also getting angry. During lunchtime in the classroom, Yi Chen opened the lunch box, the braised pork cooked by his mother, the aroma was overflowing. Xiaoyan smelled it and couldn't help but rush out. Ouch! It pounced on the lunch box, took a piece of meat in one mouthful, and its tail caught the homework book on the next table, causing small sparks to crackle. Ah! My math homework! The girl at the same table screamed, causing the classroom to explode. The boys gathered around. Yi Chen, what kind of monster did you raise? The fox turned into a fire fox. Qin Feng's eyes widened and his voice trembled. Chen, brother Chen, is this a rare pet? Starting at D level? My dad said that this kind of thing only exists in inter-school competitions. Where did you get it? Muxue, the childhood sweetheart of the class, turned around from the front row, with long hair like a waterfall, and beautiful eyes flashing in surprise. Yi Chen, have you awakened your talent as a trainer? Xiaoyan is so cute, but the classroom is about to burn down. She waved her hand gently, and a green light fell down. Her rare healing pet, Xiaoya, appeared invisible and doused the flames. The whole class gasped. Muxue also has pets. Healing ones. Yi Chen, this kid, who is usually the tail end of a crane, why is he suddenly acting like crazy? Yi Chen smiled awkwardly. Ahem, Xiaoyan is greedy. The system teaches that if you feed the music fruit too much, it will peel. He picked up Xiaoyan and stuffed the fruit into his mouth. Xiaoyan purred with satisfaction. The flame tail shrank and turned into a hand warmer. Qin Feng slapped his thigh. Awesome. Brother Chen, I have a good musical talent. I will be your deputy and assist in training. Muxue's cheeks were slightly red, and she whispered softly, be careful, that guy Jiang Chen is targeting you. His family is a noble trainer, and his initial pet is an A-level thunder eagle. He must sign up for the inter-school competition. Yi Chen's heart tightened. Jiang Chen. The rich second generation who always loves to mock him as a waste high school student. Inner monologue, wait and see, I have a music box system, the counterattack is just the beginning. During self-study in the afternoon, Yi Chen hid in the toilet and continued to write in his diary. Day 2, Xiaoyan got into trouble and everyone in the classroom was shocked. Muxue's secret love exposed. Qin Feng joins the gang. Development progress, level 3, fire tail whip proficiency 80%. The music box is getting hot. Suddenly, the music box buzzed in the pocket, the blue light was dazzling, and a new line of prompts appeared. Capture mission trigger, rare ice rabbit, location, the back hill of the campus. Reward, fusion skills unlocked. Yi Chen's eyes lit up and he was about to take action when the campus radio rang loudly and the whole school echoed. Notice, registration for the inter-school pet carnival preliminaries begins immediately. This is a rare opportunity for new trainers, and the number of places is limited. The classroom was boiling, and Chen Feng bumped into him excitedly. "Brother Chen, sign up. Let's go and eat." Yi Chen stood up, his blood boiling. "Let's go." But he saw Jiang Chen standing at the door, leaning against the wall, his suit straight, and the corners of his lips taunting. "Hey, Yi Chen. I heard that you picked up a wild fox as a pet. Inter-school competition. Are you worthy of a D-level product?" My Thunder Eagle swallowed it up in one gulp. Behind Jiang Chen, several followers snickered, the shadow of the Thunder Eagle flashed, the arc sizzled, and the air was filled with the smell of burnt thunder. The whole class focused their attention. Muxue frowned, and Chen Feng clenched his fist. "Young Master Jiang, just wait and see." Yi Chen squinted his eyes, the music box was faintly hot, and Xiaoyan growled from his school bag. "Inner roar, provoke me. Okay, let's see the real results in the inter-school competition." Jiang Chen laughed and left, leaving the room full of people whispering in shock. Yi Chen wants to confront Jiang Chen. Now there's something going on. The whispers in the classroom surged like a tide, and every pair of eyes were fixed on Yi Chen like nails. Some whispered, "Good-for-nothing counterattack," and some gasped, "Jiang Chen's Thunder Eagle is so electric that it paralyzes people. Can the fox last for 3 seconds?" There was still a trace of blush on Muxue's cheeks. She bit her lip and lowered her head, tapping the desk with her white fingertips, as if suppressing her heartbeat. Chen Feng, on the other hand, was like a fat penguin who had been injected with chicken blood. He bumped into Yi Chen with his elbow. "Brother Chen, don't pay attention to that pretentious guy. After the self-study, let's go to the pet training class to torture. There is a special training room on campus, and newcomers can use music aids for free." Yi Chen's heart was burning, and the music box was slightly hot in his pocket, as if urging him. He glanced at Muxue and said in his heart, "There's something wrong with Schwer's eyes. Does she really have a crush on me? Huh, let's raise pets first and counterattack Jiang Chen. Let's go." He growled, and grabbed his school bag. Xiaoyan screamed, "Ouch!" inside, and his tail was blazing with flames, making the zipper sizzle. The afternoon sun shone all over the campus, and the training room for the training course was behind the gymnasium. The fragrance of vegetation and faint magic waves floated in the air. Pushing the door open, it was already bustling inside. Dozens of students surrounded the training ground, their pets were flying or crawling, fireballs and ice arrows were flying around, and the sound of rumbling was endless. Coach Lao Wan, an uncle with a beard, shouted like a puff of air from his nostrils, "Attention newcomers. The music assistant has been upgraded, and the rap rhythm is the strongest. Who comes first?" Chen Feng squeezed forward and raised his fat hands. "Me. No, I will accompany Brother Chen." He took out a homemade loudspeaker from his pocket, grinning and showing his white teeth. "Brother Chen, come on. Let Xiao Yan show off the fireball." Yi Chen nodded awkwardly, feeling in his heart thinking, "This guy's musical talent is real, but he always loses his temper." He let go of his school bag, and Hamura jumped out. His orange hair shone like lava under the light, and his tail flames flicked. A wave of heat hit his face, and the training room was instantly quiet. The eyes of the surrounding students widened, and a thin man wearing glasses murmured, "D-level Firefox? Where did Yi Chen, the tail of the crane, get a pet?" The girls screamed, "So cute. But the tail is so hot, it smells like caramel." Lao Wang frowned and approached, and fanned the hot air with his rough hands. "Boy, LV3. Not bad, but you have to practice proficiency in fireball skills, otherwise, you will be completely wiped out in the inter-school qualifiers when you encounter A-level. The drama of wanting to advance but then suppressing is unfolding." Yi Chen commanded, "Xiaoyan, flame bomb." Xiaoyan let out an excited, "Goo," and opened his mouth to spit out fire, but only spit out a small flame egg, rolled it on the ground and put it out. The smoke filled the air, and the training room burst into laughter. Chen Feng was embarrassed. "Ahem, I'll help." He turned on the loudspeaker and started rapping, "Hey, Xiaoyan Fox, full fire, burn, burn, burn. Keep up the rhythm, left up, up. The music sounded loudly, the subwoofer shook the floor, and the magic wave surged towards Xiaoyan like a tide. But Qin Feng suddenly stopped at the climax of his rap. Firefox, Firefox, burn, what are you burning? The music stopped, and Xiaoyan was also confused. The fireball skill backfired, and the tail flames flew around, burning a watertight pet nearby, and the steam hissed and exploded. The whole audience was in a panic. Lao Wang yelled, Qin Feng, you are a pig teammate. Yi Chen, this fox is useless. The students ridiculed, the newcomer overturned. When Jiang Chen heard about it, he laughed to death. Yi Chen's face was dark, and he complained in his heart, Qin Feng, you are off the chain again. But the system comes to the rescue. The music box buzzed, and the panel flashed, music assistance failed, triggering emergency mode, intimacy bonus. He squatted down and touched Xiaoyan's furry head. The warm touch was like holding a hand warmer. Hey, don't worry, let's do it again. Qin Feng blushed like a monkey's butt, and in a hurry, he restarted his rap. This time he closed his eyes and roared, the fire fox exploded, the ball rolled, burning through the sky, invincible. The rhythm miraculously matched the system frequency, the magic power erupted like a volcano, and Xiaoyan's eyes lit up red. Boom! A fireball shot out from a fist, streaking through the air, leaving a scorching trajectory, and hit the target accurately. The wooden pile was instantly charred, the heat wave mixed with the smell of burnt wood, and the whole place was dead silent. Lao Wang's eyes widened and his beard trembled. This fireball proficiency has gone straight to 90%. Qin Feng, you are so talkative to save the day. The students gasped, and the thin man stammered, Yi Chen, he overturned just now, why did he suddenly become crazy? The color of Xiaoyan's fireball has turned deep red, and it is so hot that my hair is standing on end. After the training, the three of them sneaked to the lawn behind the library for a picnic. Muxue had prepared a basket early, the aroma of braised chicken legs and strawberry cake was wafting, the sun was dappled and the breeze was blowing on their faces. Her cheeks were pink, and she handed over the sandwich. Yi Chen, you just trained, you are so good. Xiaoyan evolved into Fireball, and my snow rabbit Xiaoya is envious. As she said, she called softly, Xiaoya, come out. A ball of snow-white fur popped out, the rabbit ears were as crystal clear as ice crystals, and the eyes were water blue, rubbing against Snow's legs, exuding the cool mint fragrance. The students passing by stopped and the girl screamed, Muxue's snow bunny. A rare healing power, so cute. Just touch it and it will cure the cold. Qin Feng wiped his sweat and said proudly, look, my musical talent can carry the audience at the critical moment. Yi Chen picked up Xiao Yan and was ecstatic in his heart. The rebound after depression is such a relief. Hamura licked his face, her tongue was hot and sweet with honey. Qin Feng's eyes widened and he drooled, the snow rabbit is too cute. The fur is as soft as clouds, and it smells cool, like eating ice cream. Brother Chen, your Xiaoyan is hot, and her snow rabbit is cool, a perfect match. Yi Chen's inner monologue, Qin Feng, you know, haha. He glanced at Muxue, her eyes were evasive, her long eyelashes were trembling, her face was red to the bottom of her ears, she bit her lip and peeked at him, her secret love was fully exposed. Muxue coughed lightly, don't make trouble, snow rabbit, healing light. The green light fell, and the fatigue of the three people dissipated instantly, and they were as warm as a hot spring. Suddenly, Xiao Yan became naughty, flicked his tail flame, and rushed into the library window, bang. The ancient books on the bookshelf burned with black edges, and smoke billowed. The librarian uncle rushed out, whose pet? Burn the school history book, pay for it. The eyes of the audience were like daggers, Qin Feng's legs went weak, Brother Chen, it's over. Muxue worried, Yi Chen, what should I do? Yi Chen's heart sank, keep it down and play again. The music box is heated, and the panel pops up, unlock the system repair function, consume music fruit X1 to repair items. He gave Xiaoyan a fruit. Xiaoyan glowed red, and the tail fire turned into a repairing flame, tongues of fire licked the pages of the book, and the black edges were like time going back, restored to new, and even glowed with a golden edge. Xiaoyan's cute welfare is online, it pounces on the picnic basket, picks up the chicken drumstick and gnaws it, and licks the cake with its tail flame, melting it into a creamy hot pot, and the aroma is overwhelming. Qin Feng laughed, Xiaoyan, you have invented a new dish with this way of eating. Muxue giggled, and Snow Rabbit joined in, ice and fire blended together, the cake was unpredictable, sweet caramel mixed with mint, the three of them ate with their mouths full and laughed together. Passers-by watched and whispered in envy, Marvin's team is so sweet. The pet interactions are so intimate. The librarian uncle rubbed his eyes and his voice trembled, the book was not only repaired, but also upgraded. Magic repair. Boy, what kind of black technology is your system? The students around him said, Yi Chen is awesome. Firefox can also repair books. Jiang Chen's Thunder Eagle can't do this. Mu Shue's beautiful eyes sparkled, and she held Yi Chen's sleeve tightly, you, always have a way, so handsome. Qin Feng patted his chest, my partner is invincible. Yi Chen struck while the iron was hot and took out his cell phone to continue his diary, Day 3, training to reverse the car after a rollover, with 90% fireball proficiency. Qin Feng comes to the rescue with his chatty words, the Snow Rabbit is super cute, and Muxue has sweet eyes. The repair book is successful and the system is upgraded, unlocking the pet intimacy system. Hamura's intimacy level has increased to 70%, and new buff, loyalty burst, combat power plus 20%. The picnic benefits are perfect, and the qualifiers are ready to go. The panel dinged, the intimacy system is turned on, which can be improved through interaction and music feeding. Exclusive skills can be unlocked at 100%. The three of them packed up their picnic, and as the sun set, the campus square suddenly became noisy. Jiang Chen appears. Behind him followed a behemoth, an armored rhinoceros, an A-level Earth-type behemoth with horns like steel drills and a carapace that made a clanging sound. The ground shook when he stepped on it, dust flew up, and the air was filled with the smell of earth and metal. Jiang Chen's suit was still in his suit, and the sarcasm at the corners of his lips became louder, hey, new team. I heard that you are having a picnic to play with intimacy. Childish. The preliminaries have been upgraded to the small team competition. My armored rhinoceros plus Thunder Eagle will crush you D-class foxes. Yi Chen, sign up and let the whole school see how trash can be trampled. The followers roared with laughter, and the armored rhinoceros roared, making the glass in the square buzz. The students retreated, their faces pale, iron-armored rhinoceros. Defense level S, Jiang Chen's double pet, the newcomer is dead. Qin Feng clenched his fists and trembled, Jiang master, just wait. Mu Shui pulled Yi Chen, be careful. Yi Chen squinted, the music box became crazy hot, Xiao Yan growled, and the intimacy buff glowed faintly. Inner roar, squad competition. Come. After capturing the ice rabbit, our army will take off and torture you. There was a storm in the square, and the preliminaries registration area was crowded with people. Yi Chen and the other two people crowded forward. The words, Yi Chen team, flashed on the registration form, and Jiang Chen's eyes were like daggers. As night falls, the mountain behind the campus calls, a rare ice rabbit mission, waiting for his heaven-defying strike. The night wind howled, and the lights in the campus square stretched the shadows of the three of them. Jiang Chen's ridicule still echoed in his ears, piercing his heart like a thorn. Yi Chen held the music box tightly, the heat pulsing like a heartbeat. He whispered to Qin Feng and Mu Shui, let's walk up the mountain, win the ice rabbit mission tonight. Before the team game, we have to upgrade the lineup. Qin Feng's fat face twisted with excitement, and punched the air with his fist, yes. That arrogant Jiang Chen, just wait and see. Muxue nodded lightly. The snow rabbit Xiaoya was nestled in her arms, her cold hair reflected the moonlight like frost flowers, her eyes were soft, and she secretly held the corner of Yi Chen's clothes. Be careful. I will follow. The trail in the back mountain is dark, with dancing shadows of trees, the air is cold and damp with the smell of pine needles, and the stream gurgling in the distance. The system panel flashed in Yi Chen's mind, rare ice rabbit mission, captured successfully, unlocking team assistance mode. Note, the ice rabbit's agility is S level, and its escape rate is 90%. Chen Feng gasped and took out the loudspeaker. Brother Chen, I'm music trap. Rap version of Ice and Snow Melody. Muxue released Xiaoya, the snow rabbit's ears stood up, and his blue eyes scanned the fog. Xiaoya, explore the way. Bang! The ice blade grazed Xiaoyan's shoulder, and his orange hair froze instantly. The fire bullet jammed, and only muffled white smoke was emitted. Xiaoyan screamed in pain and staggered back. The intimacy buff was barely able to hold on, but her eyes were aggrieved. Chen Feng started rapping, Ice rabbit, slow down, keep up with the rhythm, slide left and jump right. I forgot the words. The music stopped, and the ice rabbit jumped with a mocking squeak. The fog exploded, the vision was completely white, and the pungent frost smell choked the nose. Muxue's face turned pale. Xiaoyan is frostbitten. Xiaoya, healing light. The green light fell, and the warm current melted the ice, but the ice rabbit had already jumped up to the treetops, and its tail threw out a rain of ice cones, hitting the ground with a ding-ding-dong-dong, and the broken ice splashed like shrapnel. The student night walkers gathered around after hearing the sound, and someone recognized him. Team Yi Chen. Capturing ice rabbits. Wishful thinking. That thing is as slippery as a ghost, and Jiang Chen's little brother came back empty-handed. There was ridicule everywhere, and Chen Feng's legs went weak. Brother Chen, withdraw, this rabbit is cheating. Muxue bit her lip and held Yi Chen's hand tighter. Yi Chen, let's try again. Yi Chen's face was as dark as water, and he roared in his heart, press to the bottom, and play again. System, music box, awesome. The box buzzed crazily, intimacy level 70% triggers, Hamura's loyalty explodes. New skill unlocked, fire and ice fusion bullet. Consumes music fruit X1. He stuffed the fruit into Xiaoyan's hands, knelt down and stroked it gently. Xiaoyan, remember the ice and fire cake for the picnic? Burn it. Xiaoyan's red eyes lit up, her tail fire turned into a blue and red vortex, hot and cold intertwined, and the air twisted and sizzled. Chen Feng suddenly became wise and restarted his rap. Fire and ice rabbit, melt together, blast the whole audience, invincible combo. The rhythm is perfectly matched, the subwoofer shakes the mountain, and the magic surges. Blessed by Muxue Xiaoya's green light, the three buffs are fully stacked. Xiaoyan roared, ouch! A blue and red fireball blasted out, its trajectory twisted like a tornado. The ice rabbit had nowhere to escape, and the rabbit eyes finally panicked, squeak. The frozen air tried to escape, it was too late. The fireball hit, the explosion boomed, ice sparks flew everywhere, the smell of burnt ice hit your nose, a deep pit exploded on the ground, and the rabbit rolled to the ground, weak and trembling. The eyes of the students' onlookers widened, and a girl screamed, this, the fusion of ice and fire? D-level Firefox can play S-level effects. It's so hot that it makes me blush, and it's so cold that my teeth hurt. Chen Feng wiped his sweat and laughed wildly, look, I carry music. Wang Xuanya passed by, his beard trembling like chaff. Yi Chen, your system is very technological. The ice rabbit was successfully captured, and the proficiency reached the full level. Yi Chen threw the trap, and the light ball swallowed the rabbit, ding. The panel rang, capture successful. Blue Water Spirit, Rare Ice Rabbit Evolution, LV1, Skills, Ice Blade LV1, Healing Mist LV1, Intimacy 50%. Squad Auxiliary unlocked. The Blue Water Spirit shrank into a blue fur ball, rubbing against Yi Chen's legs, with cool hair like mint candy, and its tail was filled with mist. Suddenly, there was a rustle in the bushes, and a blue and white shadow emerged, a rare ice rabbit. The body is like a domestic cat, with crystal-clear hair and eyes like sapphires. The mist floats under its feet, the air is suddenly cold, a thin layer of frost forms on the ground, and the biting chill penetrates the bone marrow. The surrounding leaves crunched and fell like hailstones. Qin Feng shouted, "That's it. Xiaoyan, fire up the tail whip." Xiaoyan jumped out of the school bag, the tail fire ignited with a boom, and the heat wave steamed up the mist, but the ice rabbit quickly dodged, and with a wave of the rabbit's paw, the ice blade shot out with a swish, cutting through the air, and the cold light was dazzling. Early the next morning, the inter-school qualifier venue was full, the sun was dazzling, and the air was mixed with the smell of sweat and burnt magic power. A tsunami roared from the stands, Jiang Chen's team crushed the newcomers. The first match was against Yi Chen's team and Jiang Chen's younger brother, the Wind Wolves. The three Wind Wolves have ferocious gray fur, and their claws and teeth are like knives. The wind blades were to warm up, and the dust on the sidelines is rolled up, and the screams are ear-piercing. Captain Feng Lang, Jiang Chen's follower Lu Kai, smiled sinisterly. "Wimpy Chen, listen to Master Jiang, you are a D-level fox. Feng Lang is A in agility, I will tear you apart." The audience burst into laughter. "Newcomer, dark horse." Laughing to death, Jiang Chen has reserved it as a stepping stone for them. The bell rings, and the game begins with a start. Yi Chen commanded, "Xiaoyan, flame bombs explore the path." Xiaoyan sprayed fireballs, but the wind wolves blocked it with wind shields, and counterattacked with a swish of wind blades. Xiaoyan's shoulder injury recurred, and he staggered back, the flames dimming. Qin Feng's rap got stuck. Wind wolf, slow down." Ouch! A blade of wind brushed against the loudspeaker, the music cut off, the field was filled with wind and clouds, and the dust choked his nose. The Muxue snow rabbit green light barely lasted, but the team's fatigue showed. Lu Kai laughed wildly, "Surrender. Feng Lang, tear it apart." The three wolves pounced, their claws were like webs, and the audience gasped, "Yi Chen is finished, little brother Jiang Chen is serious." Mu Xiefeng in the audience clenched her fists tightly, her heart beating like a drum. "Yi Chen." Qin Feng's face was as white as paper. "Brother Chen, I've been fooled." Yi Chen narrowed his eyes and the music box heated up, squad mode activated. Intimacy linkage, Xiaoyan plus blue water spirit plus snow rabbit, triple buff. Roaring inwardly, reversal. Qin Feng, restart. Mu Shui, heal with all your strength. Lan Xueling, the newcomer is here. Qin Feng closed his eyes and shouted. Feng Lang kneels down, the rhythm collapses, fire and ice wind, all lights go out. The subwoofer exploded, causing Feng Lang's ears to ring and he staggered. Mu Xue said, "Xiaoya, the biggest healing mist." The green mist filled the air, the whole team's health bar was full, and the warm current was like a hot spring. The blue water spirit made its debut, and the ice mist spread, hissingly, freezing the steps of the wind wolf, and the chill was biting. Mu Xue's eyes flickered and her cheeks turned pink. "Yi Chen, you are so awesome. Xiaoyan and Lan Xueling, the twins of ice and fire, are so matched." Qin Feng clasped his fists, "The team is invincible." In the preliminaries, Jiang Chen's brother is dead. Hamura bursts out with loyalty, firing 3 blue and red fireballs in a row. Boom, boom, boom. The first ball broke through the wind shield, and the burnt flavor exploded. The second ball evaporated the wolf's hair, and it was burned and howled. The third ball hit the captain wolf directly, and the aftermath of the explosion stirred up the sand and dust on the side of the field, making the hole half a meter deep. The wind wolf team collapsed, and Lu Kai's face twisted. Impossible, D-level combo, through S-wind defense. The referee bell rang sharply. Yi Chen's team wins. A new dark horse is born. At the post-match celebration party, the side hall of the stadium was abuzz with lights, the smell of barbecue and the sweetness of juice. Chen Feng raised his glass and yelled, "Jiang Chen, the arrogant man, wait for the team competition, let's pet him Thunder Eagle Rhino." "Huh, his face is so twisted and flat." Muxue put on a pet costume, a pink and blue bunny ear-made skirt, off-shoulder shorts, white skin reflecting the light, bunny tail swaying, making the whole audience cute. She took care of Xiaoyan while holding the plate, and gently stroked the orange hair. "Good boy, Xiaoyan, eat some meat." Xiaoyan licked her hand, her hot tongue tasted like honey, and Muxue giggled, blushing and bending over, her neckline suddenly glowing. Chen couldn't take his eyes away, thinking in his heart, full marks for welfare. Shue's outfit, the secret love bonus is 100%. Chen Feng whistled, "Sister Shue, the rabbit ears are super poked. Brother Chen, your Xiaoyan is enjoying the blessing." On Yi Chen's lap in the blue water spiritual nest, the cold mist healed the drunken dizziness, the snow rabbit came closer, the three pets played, the ice and fire mist blended, the cake transformed into an ice and fire milkshake, and the aroma was overwhelming. Passers-by were envious. Team Yi Chen, a paradise for pet welfare. Muxue's pet costume, the school beauty killer. At the climax of the party, the music box suddenly buzzed and the panel flashed wildly. First victory, system upgrade. Unlock the fusion skill tree. The summons from another world is opened, the lid of the box trembled slightly, and a shadow flashed, the silver-haired girl Luoli, with elven eyes like stars and a voice as ethereal as a bell. "Yi Chen, the master of the music box, the ancient crisis is coming, come with me." The whole place was silent for 3 seconds, and then there was a landslide and a tsunami. Yi Chen is awesome. Healing with fire and ice, the three of them have an amazing tacit understanding. Chen Feng raps about buffs, which makes your blood boil. Muxue's snow rabbit has battery life, and the goddess assists. The girl screamed, "Yi Chen is so handsome." The trajectory of the fireball was like a meteor shower. Lao Wang jumped up, his beard flying. "Is this team going to the top 8 in the preliminaries?" Jiang Chen's face turned green. Jiang Chen punched the railing in the distance, his arrogant face was ashen. "Huh, I'll crush them myself." In the party hall, the colored lights flickered like broken stars, and the aroma of burnt barbecue was still lingering on the tip of the nose, but it was silenced by the ethereal melody whispered by the music box. Chen Feng's cup banged on the table, and his fat face twisted into a question mark. "Brother Chen, what is this silver-haired girl doing? Elf popping out of the box? Is the system upgrade giving benefits a scam?" Muxue's rabbit-eared maid uniform trembled slightly, and goosebumps appeared on her snow-white shoulders. She hugged Xiaoya tightly, staring at the music box in Yi Chen's palm with her blue eyes. "Yi Chen, that voice is so familiar, like when I was a child. Grandpa's lullaby. It sounds bad." Passers-by were whispering, and someone recorded it on their mobile phone. "Yi Chen is a black horse, and the special effects are awesome." Lao Wang was passing by, his beard standing up like a steel needle. "Boy, don't touch it. It's a forbidden thing in the pet world, and you have to kneel if you encounter a magical beast." Yi Chen's heart was pounding wildly, the lid of the box was as hot as a soldering iron, and the panel in his mind flashed wildly. System upgrade completed. Unlock the fusion skill tree, the 4 series of ice, fire, wind and governance are linked together. The call from another world level 1 is activated. New mission, intimacy feeding, blue water spirit, feeding music fruit X2, increased to 70%, unlocks twin fusion. Luo Li's quotes, "The crisis comes from the fragments of the pet god. The music box is the key. Follow the melody and step into the parallel door." Roaring in his heart, Luo Li, elf mentor. Divine Beast Legion, this is the signal to take off. But the crisis, Jiang Chen is just a side dish. He took a deep breath of the sweet and greasy juice smell and clenched his fists. "It's over, let's continue writing in the training diary tomorrow." The newcomer Lan Shuiling needs to practice the complementarity of water and fire. Chen Feng, music assistant, don't lose track, Schwer, share your healing experience. The top 8 of the team are stable. At dusk the next day, in the hot spring area behind the campus, the mist was steaming like a fairyland, the hot smell of sulfur was mixed with the fragrance of wild flowers, the water surface was bubbling, gulu, and the moss on the stone walls was slippery. Chen and the other 2 soaked in the private hot spring pool. The hot water made their skin turn pink, and they felt so comfortable that they felt like they were in the sky. Xiaoyan cooed and splashed in the water, her orange fur was wet and clinging to her body, her tail fire turned into a weak red light under the water, the blue water spirit shrank into a blue fur ball and floated on the surface, the ice mist hissed and condensed water droplets, dripping like sapphire rain. The snow rabbit Xiaoyan nests in Muxue's arms, the rabbit's ears are soft and its green eyes are scanning lazily. Qin Feng stretched his arms on the edge of the pool, his fat body trembling, and whistled, welfare time. Snow Sister's rabbit ears are even cuter when they are wet. Brother Chen, your pet is a paradise. Muxue put on a bikini, her white curves reflected the mist, her pink cheeks were slightly red, and she lightly splashed water. Qin Feng, be honest with your eyes. Xiaoya, with the blessing of the healing mist, everyone will be sober and soaked in the bath. Yi Chen leaned against the stone wall and had an inner monologue, Day 5 Development Diary, Blue Water Spirit Level 1, Intimacy 50%. A preliminary study on the complementary tactics of water and fire, Xiaoyan's flame bomb evaporates the ice mist, and the rebounding ice blade accelerates, doubling the output. The pre-selection proved that 90% of the 3 pets have a tacit understanding of the linkage. Luoli Crisis. Become stronger first, then venture into another world. He took out his mobile phone to record, and Lan Shuiling rubbed his legs. It was as cool as mint soda to relieve the heat. Hey, the music fruit is here. Put a fruit into Lan's mouth, the mist exploded with sweet fruity fragrance, and the panel dinged, intimacy plus 10%, skill healing mist proficiency plus 5%. Qin Feng came closer excitedly and turned on the loudspeaker to rap, Lon Lon Rabbit, sing. Bing Bing Wo Huo, the king of rap, Uhuhu, follow the rhythm. Lan Shuiling blinked her blue eyes and tried to hum, her voice was like an ice bell, but it was stuck on a high note, and the mist sprayed randomly, freezing Qin Feng's eyebrows. Ouch! It's so cold. Qin Feng jumped up, water splashed everywhere, and his fat body slipped and thumped, making everyone laugh. Muxue covered her mouth and giggled, Qin Feng, you are like a scared rabbit when teaching singing. Share your experience, healing the green light of the small leaves of the mist, it has unlimited battery life, but the intimacy is low and it is easy to backfire. Blue Water Spirit, play more with Xiaoyan, they will complement each other. Xiaoyan enthusiastically touches the blue water, sizzling, the ice and fire blend under the water, the cake residue turns into an ice and fire milkshake, the aroma is fragrant, Muxue takes a lick, sweet and cool, awesome. The green mist from the small leaf sprinkles, the 3 pets chase, the water droplets refract the rainbow light, and the cuteness is overwhelming. Students passing by the bath stared at him, Yi Chen's pet hot spring party. Fire fox and ice rabbit play with milkshakes, perfect visual intimacy. A girl screamed, Muxue swimsuit, snow rabbit interaction, I cried with envy. Qin Feng got up and peeked at Muxue's spring scenery, Yi Chen kicked him underwater, damn fat man, peeping is a scam. Focus on cultivating. Qin Feng held his head and laughed, misunderstanding, music inspiration is here. Blue Water Spirit, rap version of the second level dash. The 3 of them were stunned, the noise of the party stopped, Luo Li's figure faded away, a low melody echoed in the box, and the night wind picked up, foreshadowing a storm. Yi Chen's heartbeat quickened, Luo Li. The mythical beast army has truly taken off. As night falls, the mountains behind are deep in the forest, the moonlight shines silvery, the smell of rotten pine needles is mixed with the moisture of the soil, and the howls of wolves echo in the distance. System navigation, wild mobs, misty wolves, LV2-4, quantity 15, agility B, wind and fog attack. Reward, experience x 200, music fruit x 1. The three of them walked forward in the dark. Chen Feng gasped, "Brother Chen, is this too deep, Luo Likeng?" Hearing the wolf howl, little brother Jiang Chen is avoiding it. Muxue's face turned pale, Xiaoya's rabbit ears were alert, and the green light dimly illuminated the road. "The fog is so thick," Xiaoya said, "there are wolves ahead." Suddenly, ouch! Gray shadows sprang out, and the misty wolves surrounded us. The gray hair is wet, the eyes are like will-o'-the-wisps, the wind blows from the claws and leaves are lifted, the mist is as pungent as pepper water, and the vision is completely white. The leading wolf pounced on Chen Feng, his teeth were white, and the fishy wind hit his face. Chen Feng's legs softened and the loudspeaker fell to the ground. "Cheating. The wolves are cheating and the fog covers the sky." Muxue screamed, "Xiaoya, cure, ah!" A wolf's wind claws passed by, and the green mist scattered. Hamura was the first to bear the brunt of the attack. The fire bomb exploded but was stuck in the fog. The muffled sound was ineffective and the old injury on her shoulder ached. The newcomer Lan Shuiling panicked, the ice blade missed, and the frozen branch broke off with a click and hit her head. Yichen gritted his teeth, "If you want to be strong, suppress it first, suppress it before you explode." System, intimacy linkage. The passers-by and night walkers around were watching from a distance, pointing and pointing. Yichen's dark horse. Deep forest wolves, wishful thinking. Young brother Jiang Chen said that this area is S difficulty, the place where newcomers are buried. The ridicule was like needles. Chen Feng's face turned green. "Retreat, brother Chen, my music is stuck." In a moment of despair, Yichen roared in his heart, "Music box, awesome. The box is hot, feeding mission trigger, intimacy 60%, blue water spirit loyalty buff. Fusion skill tree, water and fire complement each other to unlock." He stuffed the second fruit, blue water spirit, "Want a hot spring milkshake? Burn a wolf." Blue water spirit's eyes exploded with blue light, the ice mist hissed, spread, the frozen mist solidified, the vision was clear, and the coldness was as sharp as a knife. Xiaoyan's red eyes focus, the tail fire vortex absorbs the ice mist, the blue and red fireball takes shape, sizzling, twists the air, and the hot and cold smell hits your nose. Chen Feng hurriedly picked up the loudspeaker and restarted his rap. The fog wolf kneels down, the rhythm is broken, the fire and ice wolf, all are extinguished and blown. The subwoofer boomed and shook Lin, and the wolves staggered with ringing ears and chaotic claws. Muxue clenched her fists tightly. "Xiaoya, the biggest green mist." Warm green light filled the air, and the whole team's health bar was full, like a hot spring hug. The leader of the blue water spirit fired a series of ice blades, piercing the wolf leader's throat with a whoosh, and the bloody mist exploded. The small flame fireball blasted the group, the first shot of steaming mist broke through the formation, and the smell of burnt fur exploded. The second shot evaporated the wolf claws, and the howl shook the sky. The third shot directly hit the boss wolf. The explosion, boom, lifted the roots of the tree. The deep hole was filled with smoke and dust, and the aftermath was frozen and scorched the wolf corpse. The wolf pack collapsed, the remaining ones fled, and the system beeped continuously. Total destruction. Experience plus 250, level up, Xiaoyan level 4, blue water spirit level 2. Music fruit plus 1. Team chemistry plus 15%. The eyes of the passers-by were wide-eyed, and a buddy's legs were weak. Is it difficult for Fog Wolf to S? D-level Fire Fox and Ice Rabbit play fusion combos, the fog freezes and fire steams, and the vision explodes. Hot and cold are intertwined, and my hair stands on end. The girl screamed, "Yi Chen is so commanding. Chen Feng's rap is soul-stirring, Mu Shue's green mist lasts, the goddess team is invincible." Lao Wang rushed away from afar. "Come on," his beard shakes, "boys, deep forest clearing. The dark horse goes straight to the country." Jiang Chen heard this and was so angry that he vomited blood. Qin Feng wiped his sweat and laughed wildly. Look, my music carry is second consecutive. Lan Xueling's singing skills are perfect. Muxue blushed and threw herself at Yi Chen's arm. Yi Chen, you always turn around, so relieved. Water and fire tactics, keep a diary. At the end of the bath, the music box buzzed again. Luo Li's shadow reappeared, the silver hair was flowing in the mist, and the elf's ears trembled slightly. Yi Chen, the feeding task has been accelerated. At the edge of the parallel world, wild monsters are rioting. Gain experience by brushing them to unlock the door to another world. The figure faded away, and the melody flowed like a stream. Yi Chen's eyes lit up. Let's go. The team will clear the jungle and practice water and fire tactics. Shuer, Snow Rabbit will explore the path. Qin Feng, music will control the field. Mu Shui nodded and shook his wet hand. Well, let's go together, don't leave me behind. In the darkness of the forest, Jiang Chen was invisible in the shadow of a tree. The corners of his aristocratic robes trembled slightly, and his eyes were livid. Yi Chen, the fusion tree. Luo Li's virtual shadow. My ancestor mentioned it, the god of music boxes. In the team competition, the Thunder Eagle and Iron Rhinoceros will crush you. He punched the tree trunk, breaking the branches with a click sound, turned around and left, with murderous intent like the wind. The next morning, the stadium square was crowded with people, the sun was dazzling, and the smell of sweat was strong. The big lottery screen flashed, buzzing, and the whole audience held their breath. The host roared, the quarterfinals matchup. Yi Chen's team vs. Jiang Chen's team. After 3 seconds of dead silence, Shan shouted, Dark Horse vs. Noble. Thunder Eagle Iron Rhinoceros vs. Ice and Fire Healing, a bloody battle. Jiang Chen stood proudly in the stands, and the Thunder Eagle arc sizzled. To warm up, the rhinoceros hoof shook the earth. Yi Chen, the stepping stone is over. Qin Feng's fat face twisted. Brother Chen, fuck him. Mu Shui held Yi Chen's hand, her heart beating like a drum. We win. Yi Chen narrowed his eyes, and the music box melody murmured, formal competition, an unexpected start. Luo Li, crisis and championship, win together. The sun was scorching like fire in the stadium square, and the burning smell of sweat mixed with magic penetrated the nostrils. The roar of the audience was deafening, and the colorful flags were fluttering like firecrackers. Yi Chen clenched his fists and stood still. Xiaoyan's orange fur raised his tail fire and crackled. To warm up, the blue water spirit blue fur ball shrank around his feet, and the ice mist wrapped around his ankles as cold as mint. Muxue's pink cheeks were flushed, and the snow rabbit's small leaves and rabbit ears were flashing with green light. She clutched Yi Chen's sleeves tightly, and her heartbeat was pounding from the other side. Yi Chen, Jiang Chen, that guy, the Thunder Eagle arcs, the Iron Rhino's hooves are cracked on the ground. We heal with water and fire, okay? Qin Feng's fat face twisted into a twist, and he held the loudspeaker tightly but his hands were trembling. Brother Chen, the top 8 beasts are in a bloody battle. Can I rap to shock him? Grandpa Jiang Chen has a secret about the music box. Our box is so hot, it's a foreshadowing of a crisis. Jiang Chen stands as proud as a mountain in the stands, the golden edge of the noble robe is blinding, the Thunder Eagle's wingspan is tearing the air with its electric light, the breath of the armored rhinoceros is as thick as a bellows, and the hoof prints are deep in the gravel of the lawn. He sneered and waved, and a gold-edged letter of challenge flew towards him. The wind blade carried the pungent smell of rust and hit Yi Chen's chest. The passers-by around him gasped, Jiang Shao's letter of war. Dark Horse Yi Chen is going to kneel down. Rumor has it that Iron Rhinoceros S, Thunder Eagle Speed A, and Fusion will kill newcomers in one hit. A buddy retreated with weak legs, music box Dark Horse. Fog Wolf S is hard to beat, but Jiang Chen's National Reserve Army, crush it. Yi Chen caught it with one hand, the paper was as hot as charcoal, and the ink was like blood. Yi Chen, fake music box, Luo Li. I, the thunder and iron beast, shattered your dream of a beast. Internal monologue, provocation. Well come. The water and fire tornado is ready, the fusion tree is linked, Jiang Chen, I remember your livid face. Luo Li is in crisis, step on him first to vent his anger. He tore up the letter of challenge, and the fragments scattered like snow. Squad, go back to bed and prepare for war. Practice your water and fire preparation skills, save the music fruits, steal the farm to replenish supplies. In the 3-person dormitory, the door slammed shut, blocking out the noise outside. The air was hot and stuffy, mixed with the residual fragrance of instant noodles and the smell of pet plush. Xiaoyan jumped onto the bed with a "hoo." The blue water spirit danced on the ice mist and frosted the sheets, and the snow rabbit Ziyuo Muxue's legs were sprinkled with green light like spring rain. Yi Chen sat cross-legged on the ground, with the music box on his knees humming, and the panel flashed, Day 6 Development Diary Start, prepare for the battle against Jiang Chen. Water and fire fusion preparation. Ice and fire tornado, blue water spirit dominates the ice core, small fireworks swirl outside, whirlwind output plus 50%, Qin Feng's assistance is required to trigger the melody. Intimacy is blue 70%, Xiaoyan 80%, Xiaoya borrows Mu Shuadye to have unlimited battery life. For fruits left, crisis. Practice first. He took out a fruit, his blue eyes blinked and squeaked into his palm, the sweet juice burst and chilled his throat. Good boy, get ready for the tornado. Think of it like the fog wolf, locking the enemy with ice and blasting with steam. Qin Feng squeezed in with his bare arms, his fat and trembling loudspeaker turned up, music assistance is coming. Rap version of tornado, ice blue and fiery red, spinning tornado, Jiang Chen kneels, thunder rhinoceros smashes. 1, 2, 3, follow the rhythm, woohoo. The subwoofer boomed against the window glass and buzzed, and the tips of the pet's ears trembled like wheat. Xiaoyan's red eyes focus, the tail fire vortex absorbs the blue water spirit ice mist, the sizzling, blue and red cyclone begins to form, the air twists and mixes hot and cold, the bedsheets hiss evaporates water vapor, and the sweet smell is tangy. Lan Shuiling groaned excitedly, the ice core solidified, the tornado test shot rolled up the edge of the carpet, and the traces of frost and fire left deep cracks in the wooden floor. Muxue clapped her hands, her pink eyes sparkling, so strong. Xiaoye green mist tries stacking. Green light shines in, the tornado is as stable as a mountain, and the battery life buff is full. But there was a pop sound, Qin Feng's rap climax was stuck, the loudspeaker was overloaded and smoke was coming out, and the sound waves were flying back and forth. The tornado was out of control and, bang, against the wall, splinters of ice and fire flew everywhere, the frozen curtains hissed and dripped water, and the fog in the bedroom was as choking as a chilly popsicle. Xiao Yan retreated with a dull pain from the old injury on her shoulder, Lan Shuiling shrank in panic, Snow Rabbit Xiao Yi sprayed green light randomly and froze Qin Feng's fat legs. Qin Feng jumped up with an ouch, slipped with his bare feet and plopped against the table, with instant noodle residue all over his body, his fat face twisted and cried, cheat. Music assisted overturning, the tornado turned into a fire and ice cocktail, my legs are numb. Brother Chen, the second rap team came to the rescue, this time the chain is broken. Muxue covered her mouth and giggled, the aftertaste of the bunny-eared maid outfit made her shoulders pink, Qin Feng, you teach singing like a scared wolf. Xiaoye said that the rhythm is too wild and the pet intimacy can't be kept up. The dormitory housekeeper's eyes widened as he passed by, an explosion in Yi Chen's dormitory. The top 8 dark horses are practicing forbidden moves. A buddy in the dormitory snickered, Fat Qin's pet paradise has become a disaster scene, and he is so greedy. Yi Chen laughed wildly in his heart, if you want to be strong, you should suppress it first, Qin Feng's cheating is full of laughter. System, adjust linkage. He patted Qin Feng on the shoulder, and the music box pulsed to comfort him, damn fat man, slow down your rap, Lan Shuiling hums a lullaby with your bass. Do it again. Chen Feng rubbed his legs and got up, repaired the loudspeaker and whispered, "Ice blue is soft, fiery red gentle, the tornado is cooked slowly, Jiang Chen is cooked." This time it was smooth, the tornado buzzed and took shape, the blue and red light beams rotated steadily for 3 times, hot air mixed with cold mist swept the room, the floor was smooth and undamaged, and the pet's eyes brightened and they squeaked in cheers. Muxue's eyes flashed, and she leaned close to Yi Chen's ear and breathed hotly, "Yi Chen, you are so commanding. You always turn around, which makes people's hearts beat." She opened her red lips slightly, held the back of his hand and slid into the pet welfare mode. "The pet is tired, massage to relieve fatigue. Xiaoyan, your shoulder injury is coming." The snow-white slender fingers press Xiaoyan's orange hair, and the heat seeps in, and the tail fire stretches out the whooshing, warm current, it turns into a watery blue fur ball, gently rubs the ice mist to dissipate, and is as cool as the continuation of a hot spring milkshake. The small leaf rabbit ears are softly pinched, and the green light spreads all over the room like a spring breeze embrace. The soft yellow light in the bedroom reflects Muxue's curves, the shoulder straps of the bunny ear dress are slightly slippery, and the pink cheeks are so close that the fragrance of flowers fills her nostrils. Yi Chen's heartbeat skipped a beat and he said in his heart, "Muxue. There's something wrong with Qingmei's eyes, is she very fond of her?" Before the crisis, this bond was worth 1,000 pieces of gold. Muxue whispered in a silky voice, "Yi Chen, you have become stronger since the day of the music box. Grandpa's lullaby, I heard you hum it when I was a child. Don't just care about pets, promise me that after winning against Jiang Chen, we will go to the hot spring to celebrate together." "What do you mean, understand?" Her fingertips touched his palm, electricity rushed through her body, and her blue eyes were as watery as mist. Chen Feng peeked at Gulu and swallowed his saliva, with a chubby face and a green face, full marks for the welfare perspective. "Shui Mei Massage Queen, Brother Chen, you are so lucky." Xiaoyan's 3 pets hummed lazily, green ice and fire intertwined with romantic bubbles. Yi Chen's throat rolled and he held her hand tightly, "Swear, I understand. After winning the championship, I won't leave you behind. Let's join the Divine Beast Legion together." As Yi Chen and the others returned home, the music box pulsed warmly, and the panel flashed, intimacy feeding completed. Blue Water Spirit 70%, unlocks twin combination ice and fire tornado, combat output plus 50%. Alien Gate Fragment +1. Luo Liu, at the beginning of the crisis, there is a crack at the edge of the pet world, and powerful enemies are peeking out. Yi Chen's diary continues, end of day 5. Water and fire complement each other in actual combat, and the team is flawless. Crisis. Come on, the mythical beast army is preparing for war. Muxue snuggled up, "Yi Chen, the draw will be tomorrow, the quarterfinals official match." The school farm is shrouded in darkness at night. The moonlight casts a silvery glow on the fruit trees. The fruits are tick-tick with the sweet fragrance of dewdrops and the moisture of the soil. The patrol lights in the distance are squeaking. The 3 of them were sneaking in a cat-like shape, with the green mist wrapped around them like an invisibility cloak. The coolness covered their footsteps and made no sound. Chen Feng panted heavily and squeezed into the bushes. "Brother Chen, the fruits on the tree are golden and shiny, mature level 3. It's safe to pick 6. Yi Chen jumped up, the tail flame of Xiaoyan was illuminated, and the hand picked, pop, and landed on his palm, the juice splashed with sweet juice. Blue Water Spirit Ice Mist Condensed Fruit prevents rot, perfect. Suddenly, who? Jiang Chen's younger brother flashed his flashlight and sneered harshly, "Fruit thief. Yi Chen's dark horse. Mr. Jiang said you were stepping in, the fruit will be confiscated." The beam of light was dazzling, the alarm beeped, and the security dog barked, "Woof," and the wind hit his face. He hesitated for a moment, Chen Feng's legs went weak, the pit. Exposed, the fruit tree fence is sizzling, the dog pack bee is agile, retreat. Mu Shui's face turned white and she held Yi Chen in her hands, the green mist blocks the small leaves. The security guards gathered around and pointed, a dark horse stealing food? A joke from the top 8, Chen will crush you after hearing it. Chen roared in his heart, lower and bounce up. Music box, linkage. The box explodes with heat, food crisis mission triggers, quick picking plus combat, reward fruit x3, alien fragment +1. He shouted, little flame blue water spirit, tornado prepares low power. Chen phone talks and controls the dog. The blue and red cyclone buzzed and swirled, and the light wind of ice and fire swept the dogs. The frozen feet and steaming hair sizzled and fell to the ground with a wailing sound. The smell of burnt cold filled the air, the green mist of the small leaves lasted, and the security dog turned dizzy and hit the railing, bang bang. Chen Feng's low-pitched boom alarm sounded loudly, the fruits are mine, the king of vegetable thieves, Chen cried. The fruit was picked like the wind, 12 fruits were fully loaded. Passers-by on the farm witnessed it, and their eyes dropped to the ground. Chen stole food and reversed it. Ice and fire tornado dog control, green mist invisibility, steel perfect score. Dark horse food crisis solved in seconds, top 8 worry-free. A girl screamed, Muxue welfare team, cute pets, envious, mom. Chen's legs went weak, Master Jiang. Chen, the fruit tree is empty. Chen and the other 3 sneaked back to bed, piled the fruit on the bed, and the panel said, fruit +9, 13 left, intimacy +5%, tornado proficiency +20%. Luo Li's shadow flashes, fragments pulsate, parallel cracks expand, powerful enemies sniff the music box, prepare for war. Chen's diary continues, end of day 6. The food crisis is easy, the tornado is fully prepared, and the bond between water and fire is deep. Muxue's thoughts and Chen's war letter are against the heavens. Muxue snuggled, Chen, thank you, win tomorrow. The stadium bell rang, and the quarterfinals began. The audience was boiling with sweat and the stench of burnt magic was strong. The host shouted, Chen's team versus Chen's team. Iron Rhinoceros goes first, crushing and attacking. Iron Rhinoceros rushed onto the field with a bang, hoofs cracked the ground and dust flew up, the golden carapace was like a tank, and the heat wave from his breath hit his face, and the anti-S impact hit Hamura directly. Chen sneered, it's over. Xiaoyan's shoulder was aching from the old injury, Lan Shuiling's newcomer was trembling, Chen Feng's loudspeaker was shaking his hands, and Muxue's fists were clenched, Chen. Passers-by around him gasped, Tai Shi starts in a second. The dark horse kneels down. Chen narrowed his eyes, and the music box was frantic, crisis is coming, explode. Iron Rhino's huge hoof fell to the ground like a meteorite, and with a bang sound, a deep trench like a spider web opened on the lawn of the stadium. Dust and yellow mist covered the sky, mixed with the smell of earth, and rushed straight into the nose. The audience screamed like a tsunami rolling back, Tai Rhino's defense starts. The dark horse Chen and Xiaoyan's D-level Firefox are smashed into meat paste. Ah! Heat waves spurted out from the rhino's nose, burning like a furnace. The golden light of the carapace reflected the sun's rays. The tank-like body collided with Hamura. The orange-haired fox, whose shoulder was aching from an old injury, did not retreat but advanced. The tail fire exploded with a crackle but was easily deflected by the iron wall. The clang of gold and iron echoed throughout the venue. Xiao Yan flew several meters with a whoop, the orange hair was burnt and smoke curled up, the blue water spirit blue fur ball squeaked and shrank at Chen's feet, the ice mist wrapped around his ankles in panic but could not freeze the running giant beast. Chen stands proudly in the stands, hunting in golden robes, and the lightning arc of the thunder eagle's wingspan warms up. The corner of his lips curls into a sneer, and his voice is like a blade stabbing through the air, stepping bugs, fake music box dreams are shattered. The iron rhinoceros is impeccable, the D-class fireball is itchy. Luo Li. Kneel down. The surrounding aristocratic fans shouted in agreement, smelling of perfume mixed with sweat, young Master Jiang is crushing. The dark horse stole the fruit, Wulong's can't save it, the newcomers are in the bottom 8. Mu Xiefeng fisted Yi Chen's sleeves, the shoulder straps of the rabbit ears trembled slightly, and her pink cheeks turned pale. Shaking like a fallen leaf, Yi Chen. Tieshi's anti-S impact, there is no solution. Xiaoyan's injury has recurred, Xiaoya's green mist can't stop it. Qin Feng's fat face twisted into a bitter gourd, and his hands on the loudspeaker were slippery with sweat. Brother Chen, you're cheating. The rap bass can't control this tank, Iron Hoof, my heart is pounding. Is the chain broken again? The passerby's legs went weak and his eyes were as wide as copper bells. It's over, the ice and fire cocktail trick in Yi Chen's dormitory, this is really kneeling. The music box is so hot that he still laughs. Yi Chen stood still with narrowed eyes, the music box on his knees pulsing feverishly like a beating heart, heat flowing through his palms as hot as lava, and he said in his heart, press down and bounce up. Iron Rhinoceros invincible. Tornado preparation, intimacy level 85%, Hamura's loyalty buff, blue water spirit ice core 75% linkage, Qin Feng's adjusted subwoofer, Muxue's unlimited milk. Jiang Chen, I'll wait for you with your livid face. The wind and sand in the arena were blowing against his face, and there was a smell of rust. He shouted, the little flames are contained by the vortex, and the blue water spirit ice blades are locking the hoofs. Don't panic, the music box said, the crisis will explode. Xiaoyan jumped up with shaking hair, his orange eyes burning with hatred, and the tail fire vortex sucked the air wildly, whoosh. It turned into a pillar of fire and blasted the iron armor, clang clang, sparks splashed like fireworks but only left shallow marks. The iron rhinoceros breathed heavily and huffed and shook its head. The giant horn, bang, swept Hamura aside. The fox rolled to the ground and vomited blood, and his orange hair was stained red. The smell of burnt earth was pungent to his nose. Blue eyes burst into tears with a squeak, the ice blade swooshes and shoots hoofs in the sky, the frost flowers burst with a click, but were shattered into ice powder by the earth armor, the cool mist was powerless, the cold and heat were intertwined, and the sense of smell was confusing like iced pepper. The audience gasped, the D-class attacks are ineffective. The iron rhinoceros golden armor is not moving at all, the heat wave of the breath is steaming the pet hair, Yi Chen's dark horse overturned live broadcast. A fat girl covered her eyes and screamed, Muxue school pollen fist is white, heartbroken. Jiang Chen Thunder Eagle hasn't gone yet, the two beasts kill instantly. Jiang Chen laughed and waved, crash again, smash the fox. Iron Rhinoceros charged up and roared, the earth shook and the hoof prints were deep, the dust waves rolled straight towards the blue water spirit, the ice rabbit ball shivered and shrank into a ball, and the ice mist protective body evaporated invisible. Muxue exclaimed, ah, and hugged Xiaoyi tightly. Snow Rabbit's green eyes were alert and its rabbit ears stood up. The green light fell weakly like spring rain, Yi Chen, it's dangerous. Qin Feng's fat legs jumped and the loudspeaker shook like a sieve, Brother Chen, it's too late to save the scene with your talk. The smell of iron hooves will crush me. Wanting to advance, first suppress the peak, Yi Chen roared in his heart, now. System linkage. The music box buzzed and the panel flashed for full view of the arena, Day 7 Development Diary, Iron Rhinoceros Crisis triggered. Gemini Fusion Ice and Fire Tornado is at full level, output plus 50%, proficiency plus 20%, intimacy superimposes loyalty buff plus 20%, Qin Foam music slows down bass trigger. There are 13 fruits left, feed Xiaoyan 1 for explosive damage. Luo Li's quotes, the fusion tree is unlocked, and the 4 series of fengji are ready for linkage. He smashed the fruit into Xiaoyan's palm, and the sweet juice exploded and the orange hair absorbed the red light, Xiaoyan, eat. Blue water spirit, ice core condensed. Qin Feng, bass rap, ice blue is soft, fire red is gentle, tornado is slow cooked, iron rhinoceros is cooked. Qin Feng's eyes lit up, fat with a fierce expression on his face. He turned up the loudspeaker but controlled the speed and whispered like a cradle, "Buzz buzz, the melody is slow, a tornado is born, the armor is cracked, Jiang Chen is shocked." The subwoofer, bang, penetrates into the earth's veins, the shock wave is like a heartbeat synchronized pet, the air distorts, the blue and red cyclone, ZZ, begins to form. Hamura's shoulder injury is recovering from heat, the orange tail fire whirlpool is wrapped in the blue water spirit ice mist and squeaks and hums, the blue light of the ice core solidifies and clicks into the fire vortex, the tornado buzzes and explodes into a blue and red light beam. A 3-meter diameter whirlwind tears the air, the hot and cold wind blades, whoosh, scrape the bones, and the sweet and spicy ice flavor hits the sky. Small leaves of green mist are spraying wildly from Muxue's arms, the battery life buff is infinitely superimposed, the light beam is as steady as Mount Tai, and the greenery is entwined like vines locking iron rhinoceros. The iron rhinoceros collided with a bang, the carapace cracked with golden lines, the tornado sucked in the giant beast, the hoofs were frozen, cracked, the fire steamed and hissed and exploded, and the heat wave of the breath turned into a wailing ouch. The audience exploded, eyes bulging and chin dropped to the ground. What? The ice and fire tornado broke the S defense. Fatty Chin's base control, green mist milk, D-level rare linkage tank smashed. A buddy fell to the ground with weak legs, the dark horse reversed. Jiang Chen's face was livid, and the Thunder Eagle arc was panicking. Jiang Chen's pupils shrank suddenly, his golden robes trembled, and the scent of aristocratic fans' perfume turned into sweat. Impossible. Iron Rhino's defense, music box, the real thing. Luo Li. He waved quickly, Thunder Eagle, up. Arc fusion. The Thunder Eagle swooped down with a wingspan of 10 meters, the electro-optical net popped, covered the tornado, and the blue and red light beams distorted the electric scorch and stung the nose, trying to interrupt. Muxue's pink eyes lit up, her bunny ear outfit flew up and she hugged Xiaoya forward. Xiaoya, the whole field is green mist. Infinite healing. The green light flooded the arena like a tide, the tornado's battery life was full, Hamura's blue water spirit intimacy jumped, ding, 85%, ice and fire complementary firepower plus 30%, the electric arc was dissolved by the green mist into a harmless mist, hissing. Xiaoyan's red eyes locked on the Thunder Eagle, the tornado tail whip flapped its wings, the feathers were burnt black and the lightning flashed back, and the eagle's body fell to the ground and rolled with a The iron rhinoceros is cooked and its armor is cracked and blood surges and it falls to the ground with a boom. The whole place was silent for 3 seconds, and then a tsunami erupted. Boom, Yi Chen. The Dark Horse Divine Beast Legion. Passers-by jumped to their feet wildly, with tears and snot flying from their noses, D-level reverse A-level beasts. The tornado screen exploded, and the green-breasted Qin Yin defied the sky. Jiang Chen kneeled down. The host's microphone shook and shouted, Yi Chen's team wins. Best Newcomer Award and goes straight to the top 4. Fireworks boomed into the sky, colorful stars showered the field with a sweet smell of sulfur, and the audience was boiling with sweat and a smell of burnt wine. Jiang Chen walked down the stand with a livid face, the Thunder Eagle and Iron Rhinoceros retracted their balls and trembled. He stared at Yi Chen and the music box was buzzing. The arrogant girl gritted her teeth but said in a low voice, fake. Humph, this tornado. Luo Li's hen. Next time across the country, I'll wait for you. Don't die too early. Respect flashed in his eyes, and the aristocratic fans were dumbfounded. Young Master Jiang gave up. Has he been converted? The Dark Horse is so charming. Yi Chen clenched his fists and smiled, and said in his heart. If you want to restrain, you must first rise. Jiang Chen is worth 1,000 pieces of gold. The team is full of bonds and the music box is booming. Muxue threw her arms into her arms, her pink cheeks were as hot as fire, her rabbit ears rubbed against her neck, and the scent of flowers hit her nostrils. Yi Chen, I'm so amazing. Celebrating in the hot spring, the promise remains unchanged. Her red lips pressed her warm breath to her ear, her delicate hands stroked her palms, and the electric current regenerated, her blue eyes were filled with mist, and her heart beat loudly. Qin Feng's fat body jumped wildly and hugged the loudspeaker. Brother Chen, carry the king. Full marks for the rap bass, the chain keeps reversing, stealing the farm to warm up the god. The three pets of Xiaoyan, Blue Water Spirit and Xiaoya, jumped on his shoulders, orange, blue and green light intertwined with romantic bubbles, tail fire, ice mist and green mist licked the palms and hummed sweetly. The fireworks reflected Muxue's curves, and the shoulder straps of the pink dress fell off her fair and attractive shoulders. Qin Feng peeked at Gulu's green face. Welfare fireworks show, Snow Girl Peach Blossom Team, Brother Chen, you kid. At the climax of the celebration, the golden trophy was hot and the host shouted, Yi Chen, best newcomer. Music box Dark Horse, pet army legend. The colorful flags in the audience were fluttering wildly, and the smell of sweat, joy, and tears mixed into a carnival. Yi Chen's diary panel continues, end of day 7. The Iron Rhinoceros Thunder Eagle came back to win, and the tornado was fully leveled and 4 series were prepared for linkage. There were 12 fruits left, and the intimacy level was 90%. The foreshadowing of Jiang Chen's transformation is so exciting. It is sweet, the music box is as hot as lava and, buzzing, is fully activated. The golden light bursts into the sky and tears open the rift in the void. The silver-haired girl Luo Li appears in the air. The elf skirt flutters and is as fragrant as orchids. Staring at Yi Chen with eyes like stars, opener, the fusion skill tree is fully unlocked. The alien summons LV1, the twins merge to advance to the 4 series of wind, fire, and thunder, but, the parallel rift expands, and powerful enemies sniff your music. Box breath, the hunter is coming. Quickly learn, the danger is. The lights in the arena suddenly dimmed, and the audience was shocked, what the hell? The dark shadow is a powerful enemy, the celebration has become a crisis. Jiang Chen's eyes narrowed, the ancient hunter. Yi Chen, you are involved. Yi Chen's heartbeat was racing, and the box was pulsing. The lights in the arena went out with a pop, black mist poured out from the cracks like ink, and the fishy wind carried the smell of rotting flesh and blood straight into the nose. The audience screamed like wild beasts collapsing collectively, footsteps, dong dong, trampled the colorful flags, and the smell of sweat, fear, and urine mixed into a disgusting cloud that hit the sky. Luo Li's silver hair was fluttering in the air, and the hem of her elf skirt was torn by the black wind and hissed to expose her fair calves. Her starry eyes shrank sharply and her voice trembled like a bell in the wind, Yi Chen. The music box is made of the bones of the ancient pet god. The summoning gate pulses to awaken the predators, the shadow-devouring beasts. Their sense of smell has locked on you, and the parallel rift has expanded to the interschool boundary, devouring training. There are countless master pets. Quickly retreat, practice the fusion tree first, the intimacy level of LV1 summoning from the other world is 95%. The crack opened with a click, the black shadow's claws stretched out like a sickle and scraped the air, squeaking, the hot blood gas burned people's lungs, Xiaoyan's orange hair exploded, ouch, to protect the master, the blue water spirit blue ball shrank in Yi Chen's palm, the ice mist, hissed, and the shield was as thin as a cicada's wing. Jiang Chen's golden robe was stained with black mist, his thunder eagle ball trembled and buzzed. His face was iron gray and his pupils were staring at the cracks. His aristocratic fans hugged their heads and their perfume turned to sweat, young Master Jiang. Shadow bite? An ancient disaster, caused by the music box. Dark Horse Yi Chen has suffered misfortune. Gritting her teeth, she growled, Luo Li. The divine relic is real. Yi Chen, you are involved in the abyss. My Thunder Eagle's power grid can't stop this fishy wind, retreat. Muxue's pink cheeks turned white and her rabbit earring strap slipped off, exposing her collarbone. She hugged Xiao Yi and sprayed green mist wildly. Brush, brush, was swallowed into ashes by the black mist, and his voice was trembling like tears. Yi Chen, the cracks are widening, and the audience's pet ball is cracking a lot. Xiao Yi can't hold back, the hot spring promises, don't leave me. Qin Feng's fat face twisted into a ghost, and the loudspeaker fell to the ground. With a pop, he picked up the bass and chanted rapidly, controlling the speed. The black mist, buzzed, slowly seeped out, but the reaction shocked the blood in his hands. Brother Chen. The rap bass is dead, the shadow bites the claws and tastes rotten, the chain is broken. The hunter is staring at the music box's pulse. Are we like stepping meat? Yi Chen's heartbeat was like a war drum, thumping against his chest. The music box in his palm burned through his skin and the golden light was restrained. He was monologued in his heart, the peak of crisis. Luo Li Shini warned, the intimacy level is just shy of 90%, is the shadow bite group approaching the campus? Press down and bounce up, fuse first. But it was overwhelming, black bubbles appeared on the lawn of the arena, and passers-by in the audience slumped with their legs weak and their eyes bulged. It's over. The celebration has turned into a slaughterhouse, the Luo Li elves are hunting in the shadows, and the Dark Horse Rookie Trophy is a hot commodity. Host My Do roared out of tune, and the golden light of the trophy rolled around Yi Chen's feet. He yelled and grabbed the pet ball. Luo Li, teleport to the campus. Xiaoyan's blue water spirit, fusion preparation, flame spirit beast form. Luo Li's eyes flashed with silver light, and the hem of her skirt shone like a buzz as everyone tore into the air. She teleported, her slit black claws popped the air and only caught the fragments of the colorful flag, and her jia jia laughter echoed in the night sky like a ghost crying. Early the next morning, in the kitchen of the back dormitory on campus, the sunlight barely squeezed through the cracks in the curtains but was blocked by black clouds outside the window. The air was hot and muggy, with a lingering smell of putrid smell, and the kitchen range hood buzzed like a dying breath. Beads of sweat rolled down Yi Chen's forehead and he hit the music box with a bang. The panel flashed, Day 8 Crisis Diary, Shadow Eater Hunting Alert. The fusion tree is unlocked, and the flame spirit beast, Xiao Yan plus blue water spirit, can be temporarily fused with 90% intimacy, and the output is plus 70%. The new ice and fire mutual devouring skill, Flame Spirit Explosion, is difficult to control, and 95% is required for Alien LV1. There are 12 fruits left, Luo Li, the divine bone pulses to attract the beast, quick training. Luo Li has transformed into a silver-haired high school girl with twin tails. Her petite body is wrapped in a loose school uniform, but her elven curves cannot be hidden. She leans on the door frame and bites the strawberry candy with a crunching sound. Her starry eyes turn white and complain, the human kitchen is greasy, how can you burn such a broken stove through fusion training? The idiot who opened it, the bone marrow casting box of the god of pets, Shadow Eater is the remnant spirit of the fallen beast, smell your pulse like a hungry wolf smelling blood. Last night, the crack swallowed up the pets of 3 schools. The news was suppressed, but the dark clouds were suppressing the city. Rumors of the trainer's disappearance were flying everywhere. Her skirt was slightly lifted, revealing her white silk thighs, and she peeked at Qin Feng's green face, Sister Luo Li. She's wearing a cross-dressing, silver-haired bunny girl, I'm watching. Muxue's pink fist lightly punched Yi Chen's arm, the rabbit-eared hairpin dangled and the fragrance of flowers filled her nostrils. The mist in her blue eyes still showed the panic from last night. Yi Chen, last night was a nightmare of cracked claw shadows, and the audience's screams are still in my ears. The small green mist couldn't stop the black mist yesterday, melting. Can the flame spirit beast resist shadow bite? Yesterday, the campus bullies heard about the top 4 dark horses and blocked the door and shouted, the music box is fake, shadow bite is coming. Qin Feng's low voice scared half of them away, but the leader of the S-class was still there. Fatty Qin Feng, the loudspeaker was clamped between his legs, and the cold sweat on his face was raining down on the stove. He hummed the sound check, buzz, in a low voice, but his voice was shaking, Sister Shui is right, you are a bully bastard. The news of the hunting last night weighed on my heart. The chain was broken yesterday and it still hurts today. Brother Chen, let's merge first. Will the flame spirit beast burn down the kitchen to save the school? Passers-by whispered outside the window, staring at the cracks in the window. Yi Chen's dormitory gathered under the dark clouds, the new girl from Luoli. The rumor of shadow bite is true, campus bullying and hunting, crushing people. Yi Chen squinted his eyes and took a deep breath of the sultry oily air, and said in his heart, dark clouds are overwhelming, the smell of shadows is floating faintly at the school gate, the bullies are taking advantage of the situation to become arrogant, and the risk of losing control of the integration is high. When desires are suppressed, they are promoted first, and the intimacy level reaches 95%. He shook the music box and buzzed, and the hot pet ball rushed. Xiaoyan, blue water spirit, come out. Luoli guided, the flame spirit beasts temporarily merged, ice and fire eat each other, the flame spirit explodes. Xiaoyan's orange hair jumped on the stove, ouch, the tail fire, crackled, ignited the gas, the blue water spirit blue ball rolled out of the squeaking, ice mist condensed core, the intimacy of the two beloved eyes jumped 92%, the orange-blue light swirl, sizzling, twisted, the flame spirit beast was born. The 3-meter-tall fox-rabbit hybrid, with orange and blue fur mottled like a lava glacier, eyes locked on the stove with one fire and one ice, claws, click, to grab the iron plate, flame spirit explosion, boom. Blue and red fireballs burst out and, boom, the stove melted, ice and fire devoured each other into purple flames, whoosh, and swallowed the kitchen, the oil pan, pop, exploded, hot oil rained down with ice slag and, hissed, and sprinkled the floor, and the aroma of burnt meat mixed with spicy ice was pungent. Luo Li's curly silver hair screamed, ah, and jumped into Yi Chen's arms. The neckline of her school uniform was slippery and the ravine was exposed. Welfare hit directly, idiot. The field control is bad, the new technique is out of control and burns to sleep, Shadow Eater is laughing to death. Chen Feng rolled his fat body to put out the fire, the loudspeaker bass buzzed, the speed-controlled purple flames backfired and burned his trousers. Ouch, he jumped with bare legs, Brother Chen is cheating. The flame spirit beast is too awesome, the kitchen has become a battlefield, Welfare Luo's breasts, cough, put out the fire. Muxue's rabbit ears sounded the alarm, the green mist of the small leaves spread wildly, the flame beast's purple flame gradually faded, but the window glass shattered with a click, the shadow of the black cloud loomed with a low roar, the bully dog in the campus square led the S-class turtle, boom, and rushed to the door with his hooves shaking the ground, armor the smell of dirt on the shell hit his face, and his owner roared, Dark Horse Yi Chen. The shadow bite brings retribution, the music box brings disaster, hand over the pet ball and kneel down to apologize. The earth turtle snorted and the heat wave steamed the door panel, and the surrounding pet wolves of lower ranks squeaked at the curtain and scratched with claws and squeaked, sawdust flying. The passers-by's legs weakened and backed away, eyes bulging, the bullying escalates. The turtle S is arrogant, the flame spirit beast cooks the news, Yi Chen is crushed. Chen Feng has a fat face, and the loudspeaker turns up the subwoofer, boom, to penetrate the earth veins, the earth dog is gone. Base speed control, flame spirit slow cook. The flame spirit beast, fox and rabbit, twists its body and jumps through the door with a double, squeak, sound. The intimacy level is 94%. The buff is stacked. The purple flame tail whip, who pulls out the earth and the tortoise shell, clicks, to crack the ice and fire marks. The earth turtle, booms, against the hot earth wave and gurgles, but is slowed down by the base. The hoof stiffness, clicks. The green mist wraps around the small leaves and the purple flames linger, sizzling. The smell of boiled armor and scorched earth chokes the whole school. The big man stared blankly, what the hell? The combination of D-level ice, fire, fox and rabbit breaks the S-earth turtle. Cooking fire turns into a magical skill, and it defies the sky under the dark clouds. The legs of the younger brother wolves collapsed and they ran away with, ouch. The passers-by dropped their jaws to the ground and shouted, Muxue green milk chin in, the flame spirit beast screen explodes. Bully kneels down in seconds, the shadow bite crisis is still suppressed. But Yanling the beast's control field was unstable, the purple flames backfired and the orange and blue fur scorched and scattered, Xiaoyan's blue water spirit split gasped and the intimacy level was stuck at 94%. Luo Li's silver hair bounced from Yi Chen's arms and fluttered around her half-undressed welfare, dazzling her eyes. She puffed up and slapped Yi Chen, out of control idiot. Halfway through the level 1 of the alien world, the shadow bite group has gathered at the school gate, and the dog is just an appetizer. The campus bell rang muffled, the black clouds pressed lower and the rotten fish surged through the door, and the cracks in the distance expanded and the claws loomed, roaring, Gulu, which shocked the heart. Qin Feng wiped his sweat and his fat legs trembled, Brother Chen, it feels good to deal with the bullying for a second, and the hunt is back. Where is the invitation? National competition. Just as he said that, the music box buzzed, and the panel flashed with gold mail, National Pet Carnival invitation, Best Newcomer Yi Chen, went straight to the top 8. But warning, Shadow Devour is locked in the arena, and Jiang Chen's alliance requests, Music Box Master, let's fight against Shadow Devour and form a common alliance. Jiang Chen's voice came through the air and was cold and stern but urgent, Yi Chen, black clouds are pressing down on my aristocratic area, the Thunder Eagle feels the shadow and is eating the fish, Luo Li's divine bones, you can carry the big head, are you together? Muxue's blue eyes flashed with joy, and the electric current in Yi Chen's palm was heated up with her pink hand, the whole country is in crisis. 95% of the flame spirit beasts are going. Come on, Luo Li is going shopping for supplies. Luo Li snorted and narrowed her eyes, lowering her collar to reveal her welfare, going shopping. Welfare store in the human mall, buying field control fruits. But the shadow bite is following, suppressing it to death. The black fog's claws flashed, and the fishy wind licked the window like a tongue. Everyone's heartbeats were pounding, and the crisis was about to explode. Yi Chen clenched his fist and shouted, National Alliance Jiang Chen, Flame Spirit full-level extraterrestrial summons. The dark clouds press again, and the army of divine beasts rises. The smell of burnt earth in the kitchen is pungent with ice and spicy, purple flame embers are cracking, licking the edge of the stove, black clouds outside the window are like lead weights crushing the sky, the rotten wind, whooshing, penetrates through the crack in the door and burns the nasal cavity, faintly mixed with shadows and growls, gulu gulu, like the squirming stomach of hell. After the flame spirit beast separated, Xiaoyan's orange hair was scorched and curled up in the corner of the stove with a gasp, the blue water spirit blue ball was rolling and squeaking, the ice mist dissipated, the intimacy panel was stuck at 94%, and the palm of the music box was as hot as a soldering iron and buzzed. Qin Feng's fat legs were bare and he held the loudspeaker, and his trousers were burnt and black with smoke coming out. His green face was twisted and he wiped his sweat and fell to the ground with a tick-tock sound. His voice was shaking like a broken drum in the wind, Brother Chen. The native dog knelt down and it was so exciting, but the claws flashed out of the window, and the fishy smell penetrated the lungs. Jiang Chen Alliance. Can the noble young master trust it? Thunder Eagle Power Grid couldn't block the black fog at yesterday's game. Wouldn't the alliance be a hindrance? Muxue's rabbit-eared hairpin was crooked, her pink cheeks were pale, and she hugged the little leaf green mist and swished to continue the public's favor. Her blue eyes were filled with mist, and the electric heat flashed across Yi Chen's palm, and her voice was as soft as tears, Yi Chen. It's good news to be directly invited to the top 8 from the whole country, but dark clouds are over the campus, and the bully boy is still crying outside the door. The culprit of the music box, Shadow Eater eats meat. Xiaoya can't live with the whole school, and Jiang Chen. He is so noble in his golden robe, will he be sincere? Chen Alliance. The nobles have good resources and equipment, but they are very scheming. They glared at you in the arena to prevent backstabbing. A passerby whispered through the window, his eyes bulging with sweat and fear, Yi Chen's kitchen turned upside down, and the flame beast screen exploded. Jiang Chen's voice ally fell into the abyss and was crushed to death. Yi Chen's heartbeat was pounding like a war drum hitting his chest, and the golden light of the music box was restrained and burned through the palm of his hand. He had an inner monologue: the crisis is superimposed, the black cloud is overwhelming, the flame spirit is 94% stuck in the middle of summoning from another world, the bullying of the local dog is just an appetizer, the school gates of the shadow-devouring group are roaring, Jiang Chen's alliance. An aristocratic and arrogant villain, Thunderhawk Lightning once crushed Hamura in the arena, with attractive resources but a hidden knife. Alliance. The top 8 in the country are unable to survive alone, and the shadow-devouring campus My Pet Legion is the first to bear the burden. Game, press down and then play again, outwit resources, and influence him to become a true ally. He squinted his eyes and took a deep breath of the sultry oily air, and shook the music box to buzz, the echo in the air, Jiang Chen, Alliance. The music box owner Yi Chen accepts the invitation, the dark clouds cover the aristocratic area, and the shadow bites the fish to lock you Thunder Eagle, meet in the back dormitory of the campus, share resources, spawn monsters in other worlds to increase intimacy, and fight together across the country. The voice, rustling, cracked, the sound of claws scraping tree bark outside the black fog was very close. Qin Feng's fat face froze and he swallowed hard. Brother Chen, come back handsome. But is Mr. Jiang coming? Before he finished speaking, the noble speed car outside the door came to a halt, and the golden-robed Jiang Chen jumped out of the Thunder Eagle ball and followed him with a trembling buzz. The foundation is cracked with sweat, and the pupils are staring at the scorched earth in the kitchen, Yi Chen. The black mist swallowed 3 Thunder Eagles in our area, the noble alliance cannot suppress it, the music box divine bone you confirm, the Luoli elf appears, the alliance. The resource library is open, 20s level field control fruits, the noble version of the alien key, the Thunder Eagle cub. The entrance to another world is being used, tactics are shared. He threw the pet ball iron armored rhinoceros and blasted the town gate. The heat wave of the earth armor slowly seeped out, and the passers-by stared at Tongling with weak legs. Jiang Chen's golden robe came to the kitchen in person, the noble resources smashed the dark horse, and the shadow-devouring claw took a step back. Muxue's blue eyes flashed with sadness and joy, and her pink fist lightly grasped Yi Chen's arm. The rabbit ears trembled and the fragrance of flowers filled her nostrils. Jiang Chen is really inspired. Resources for Thunder Eagle cubs, entrance to another world for beach vacation. Luo Li snorted and narrowed her silver eyes. She pulled up the collar of her school uniform to cover her welfare, revealing her white thighs. She bit the strawberry candy and jumped against the door frame with a crunching sound. The aristocratic boy is scheming, and the resources are real gold. The alien world is open at level 1, pretending to be on a beach vacation to spawn monsters. The flame spirit rushes to 95%, and the Thunder Eagle is captured to replenish the network and control the field. Idiots, move. Qin Feng's fat legs clamped excitedly. He picked up the loudspeaker and said, young Master Jiang is a great tactician. I'm a bass rapper. I'll spoil the cuteness on the water and have fun. What's the benefit of beach girls? Jiang Chen snorted coldly and flicked his golden robe. Shut up, fat talker. The armored rhinoceros opens the way, the black clouds press the beach border, and the shadow bites the tail. Let's go. Everyone wrapped their pet balls and teleported to the aristocratic car. The black mist claws of the school gate hit the air and only caught dirt. The bully boy cried and his legs were weak. Jiang Chen, Yi Chen, the news of the aristocrats' resources on the beach, we are finished. The sun on the beach barely breaks through the edge of the dark clouds, the golden waves slap against the rocks and the salty sea breeze blows on your face. The aristocratic resource tent, Sha, is opened and the iced juice, Golu, bubbles, and the pet water play is full of cuteness. Xiaoyan's orange fur jumps over the waves and, Ku's, tail fire the steaming water vapor turns into rainbow mist, the blue water spirit blue ball rolling waves. Squeak, the ice floating island carries the small leaves and rabbit ears, the green mist sprinkles the waves to last. the thunder eagle cubs and golden retriever chicks, chirp, arc play in the water, sizzle, explode the waves, the armored rhino's giant hooves sink into the sand and, bang, to build a fort to suppress the waves. Xiaoyan chases the orange-blue whirlpool on the blue water and twists the waves, and the intimacy level, dings, slowly jumps to 95%. Muxue is wearing a bikini and bunny-eared swimsuit with pink skin and water drops rolling down her collarbone. She smiles with blue eyes and hugs Xiaoya as she spins around in the waves. The scent of flowers mixes with the salty sea. Chen, the beach is so cute. Xiaoya takes a green mist bubble bath, the flame spirit opens to another world at full level, and the crisis changes. Fake. Qin Feng's fat swimming trunks were tight and the waterproof version of the loudspeaker was humming to control the speed of the waves. The waves were as slow as honey. His green face peeked at Muxue, welfare paradise. Young Master Zhang's tactics, the key to the beach is inserted into the sand. Jiang Chen changed his gold robe into beach aristocratic shorts, shouldered the thunder eagle ball and glanced coldly at the black clouds on the horizon. He whispered in Yi Chen's ear, "Yi Chen, the divine bone music box summoned Shadow Devour yesterday, and 3 heads in my aristocratic district fell out of favor. The dark horse in the field turned against me Thunder Eagle, and now we are fighting together. You are more resourceful than me, resources are fully open, alien entrance LV-1 mobs, capture the Thunder Eagle to supplement your formation." Luo Li's double horses. Wei Haifeng fluttered her silver hair and wetted her neckline with the school uniform swimsuit version's breathable curves. Her starry eyes flashed silver and she bit the popsicle with a click guide, insert the key. The flame spirit is at full level, and the sand door in the alien world opens. A group of electric rats of mobs, Qin Feng's base control speed, Jiang Chen's iron-armored rhinoceros tactics block, and Yi Chen's flame spirit explodes. Yi Chen clenched his fists and thought in his mind, beach camouflage is better, black clouds hide the fishy smell at the bottom of the waves, Jiang Chen's transformation is probably true. 20 resource S fruits can be used to feed your pet to level up, capture the Thunder Eagle, and control the Shadow Bite. But there are signs of instability in the other world, and the pulse of the pet world is in chaos. Depressed vacation bounces up the army. The music box, buzzed, and exploded, the flame spirit beast's intimacy, ding, reached 95%, the alien key's golden light thorn sand, clicked, to tear open the sand door, the blue electric vortex, sizzled, sucked the sea water into a door, and the electric rat mobs, squeaked, swarmed the arc of claws and exploded the sand with, snap. The gray hairs of the electric rats exploded and the electric grid buzzed to seal the door. The smell of electricity was pungent with salt and sand, and the spray splashed against the door and steamed into mist. Qin Feng's loudspeaker turned on the bass and rapped, boom, through the sand veins. The subwoofer controls the speed, the rats are as slow as turtles, rap rhythm, Jiang Shao's armor is on. Jiang Chen's pupils shrank. The iron-armored rhinoceros, boom, hoofs shook the sand castle and collapsed, the earth armor heat wave, gudu, blocked the rat tide with precise tactics, the rhinoceros formation blocks, the Thunder Eagle young arc repairs the network, Yi Chen, Yen the road is clear in the middle of the spiritual explosion. The 3-meter flame spirit beast of Xiaoyan, blue water spirit, fox and rabbit, squeaked, the orange and blue fur lava glaciers were modeled, the eyes of fire and ice locked rats and the purple flame tail whip, hooted, and the power grid cracked, the flame spirit exploded with blue and red fireballs, boom, and shot the rats, flying ash and ice and electricity, eating each other's purple electricity, sizzling, and boiling rat meat and fragrant on the beach. Muxue Xiaoya's green mist swishes infinite endurance and entangles the flame spirit with backlash. Luo Li's silver-haired sea breeze dances with her skirt lifted up. She flutters into the waves to avoid the electric arc, screams and hugs Yi Chen's arms, the god of field control. But the Rat King S is hidden under the sand. A passerby on the beach backed up with weak legs and his eyes bulged and shouted, "The flame spirit beast beach alien world brushes the screen god." Qin Baijiang's tactics complement each other, the rats cook in seconds, capture the cute Thunder Eagle explosion. Black clouds cover the bottom of the waves, a sign of crisis. The Rat King's electric squirrel squeaks and rushes through the sand-clawed electric gun and snaps to fire the flame armor. The purple flames are controlled stably and the backlash is only slightly scorched. The flaming beast's claws clicked to grab the rat's neck and the intimacy buff exploded. Chen drank the music box and fed the fruit, gulu, and the heat flowed, capture. The Thunder Eagle cub is locked. The Thunder Eagle cub's golden hair flashed inside the door and chirped, the electric wings fanned the Rat King into dust. The pet ball buzzed to attract the two beasts. The panel flashed, capture successful. Thunder Eagle Young Level 1 has electric field control, and the Rat King material is integrated into the skill tree. Pass the Alien World Level 1, and the reward fruit plus 10. Jiang Chen's golden eyes widened and trembled loudly. The aristocratic foundation fell off. Chen, D-Flame Spirit broke Rat King. Chen Rap and I Rhinoceros can complement each other easily, noble resources are valuable. A stable alliance. Chen Foam laughed wildly with a fat face and the bass aftertaste shook the waves, complementary is awesome. It's great to play with cute monsters on the beach, and the electric rat in sea water is burnt. Muxue's pink cheeks blushed and she hugged Xiaoya and turned around with blue eyes. Watery, Chen's army of divine beasts has risen. The lightning eagle has cute electric wings, and the hot spring agreement has increased. Luoli bounced off Chen's arm and her silver hair was wet and messy, passed. But the shaman pulse in the other world is turbulent and buzzing, a sign of instability in the pet world. The source of shadow bites is split in the abyss, the remnant spirits of fallen beasts are gathering in an army, and the claws of the black cloud wave are flashing, gulu. It was so sweet, the panel flashed, food crisis. There are 4 musical fruits left, which is lower than the training threshold. You need 6 water and fire tornadoes to upgrade, otherwise the intimacy will be reduced by 10%. Luo Li's quotes, on the edge of the farm, picking musical fruit trees at night, a rift in another world looms, go quickly. Chen frowned, damn. The fruit crisis, Jiang Chen is fully prepared for war, let's steal the farm to make up for it. Qin Feng's eyes lit up, exciting. The school farm music orchard, Jiang Chen's younger brother patrolling, S-level food stealing. Mu Shui nodded, hugged Xiaoya and stood up, let's explore the road and become invisible in the green mist. The fishy smell at the bottom of the waves is like a tongue of rotten seaweed, squeaking, licking the rocks, the black clouds are pressed down into a lead curtain and, bang, squeezing the sea level, the afterglow of salmonella blue lightning flashes, sizzling, like a dying heart twitching, the crack in the distance expands, click, and the shadow roars, gulu gulu, causing the sea water to boil and the bubbles to pop, pop. And the smell of blood and rust penetrates directly into the nose. Chen's new favorite ball, the golden retriever Thunder Eagle, chirped uneasily, and the palm of the music box was as hot as lava. The buzzing pulses went straight to his heart. He squinted at the black shadow at the bottom of the waves and twisted his inner monologue. The beach camouflage bounces up the legion, Jiang Chen's resources stabilize the alliance, but the chaos of the world's shadow bites the abyss and cracks. A small crisis. The claw shadow at the bottom of the wave has locked us, suppress despair and then explode against the sky. Luo Li's silver hair was wet and clinging to her neck, and her curves were looming. Her swimsuit and school uniform were soaked, and her eyes were dazzling with silver light. She kicked the edge of the sand gate with a pop, idiots. The reward for passing LV1 in the alien world is plus 10 fruits. The material of the Rat King is integrated into the skill tree, but the pulsing, buzzing, is as chaotic as the inner demon, and the shadow-devouring remnant spirit breaks through the door. Luo Li leads the team, and deeply explores LV2, Sha Yuan. The flame spirit's full-level Thunder Eagle repairs the net, the armored rhino's head is blocked, the snow rabbit has unlimited battery life, Qin Feng's base control speed does not drop the chain. Jiang Chen atones, and the noble resources are used to feed 20s fruits, proving the true alliance. She glared at Jiang Chen's beach version of the noble shorts, biting the popsicle residue with a crisp sound, and pulled Yi Chen's arms to press the chest softly. Jiang Chen's golden eyes were ashen as the aristocratic foundation, and the sweat dropped to the sand. He murmured in his inner monologue, holding the armored rhinoceros pet ball and steaming with heat, "Yi Chen, the black horse crushed me, and 3 thunder eagle shadows were lost in the aristocratic area. Now I am atonement, the armored rhinoceros' fruit is fed to level up, and the tactics are to seal the head of the abyss." Qin Feng's fat swimming trunks were tight and his green face peeked at Luoli Muxue's collarbone with beads of water. He warmed up the waterproof version of the loudspeaker by humming the sound of the audition wave as slowly as honey. "Brother Chen is awesome. Double the benefits of the beach exploration, the sequel to the Rat King Electric Rat Burnt Fragrance. Blushing cheeks, bunny-eared swimsuit, fluttering with floral fragrance, mixed with sea salt, hugging Xiaoyi, green mist, swishing, to warm up." Her blue eyes water mist scratched Yi Chen's arm with electric current and heat. "Yi Chen, fishy claws bite at the bottom of the waves, the crisis escalates, Xiaoye's whole army," but Luoli said that the leader of the abyss monster. The team, the top of the bond stop. The passers-by on the beach retreated with their legs weak, their eyes bulging, sweating and filled with fear, and they were whispering, "Yanling Beach has a magical scene. But the cracks at the bottom of the black clouds are like abyss beasts, and Yi Chen's army, Jiangchen Alliance, is trapped in the sand abyss, and they are all destroyed." Luo Li's silver hair danced wildly in the sea breeze, whooshing, lifting her skirt and her white silk thighs flashing. She threw the noble alien key level 2 golden light and the thorny sand, click, 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 to tear the sand gate apart and expand it into a 10-meter whirlpool of blue and black electric whirlpools. All the pet balls buzzed in unison, the little flame, blue water spirit, combined flame spirit beast with orange and blue fur, lava glaciers and mottled glaciers, squeaked, and leaped through the door. The thunder eagle's young golden fur electric wings, chirped, and fanned the power grid to pre-seal. The armored rhinoceros giant hooves, bang, sank into the sand and built a fortress. And the snow hare's small leaves and rabbit ears shook the green mist and swished to last the entire audience. Inside the teleportation door of the speeding car, the hot sand of the sand abyss world is like a furnace, squeaking and scalding the soles of the feet. The black mist fills the vision, blurring the vision and choking the lungs with putrid smell, and the remains of the electric rats are piled up with charred ashes and the blood pools are bubbling. Luo Li's star-like eyes searched the way with silver light, and her silver hair hid her face. LV2 Sand Abyss Monster Nest. The flame spirit is searching the way, and the Rat King material fusion skill tree will be tried first. The leader of the shadow-devouring remnant spirit is hidden deep, suppress it and then explode. Suddenly, at the bottom of the sand abyss, rumble rumble, the ground cracks, the monster leader's shadow-devouring residual spirit king bursts out. A 10-meter black mud giant worm, gurgle gurgle, like a living rotten corpse stomach bag, claw shadows of 100 strips, snap snap snap, whip the sand exploding pits with foul blood fountains, spurt, splashing on the team's faces, red eyes lock the flame spirit beast with rotting gas heat waves steaming the bone marrow, the panel flashes, shadow devouring king S plus residual spirit LV8, swallow attribute fully immune, claw shadows instant kill D-level, blood pool fog melts armor. The flame spirit beast's orange-blue claws, crack, scratch the mud body only scraping black blood, hiss hiss, counterphagocytosis corroding fur scorched and curled, little flame inside roars, oh, in pain, blue water spirit ice fogged, sizzle sizzle, protects the body only slowing it down, thunder eagle young electric net, buzz buzz, seals the claw shadows, snap, explodes ineffectively. Iron armor rhino's earth armor with heat waves, gurgle, blocks the blood pool only for half a moment as claw. Shadows pierce the armor, crack, cracking the horn with blood spraying. Qin Feng's amplifier with low bass rap, rumble, seeps into the sand pulse controlling speed, the monster wriggles slowly like a mud cow but claw shadows teleport ignoring it, Muxue's small leaf green fog, swish swish, sustains madly sprinkling but the rotting fog devours it leaving only half effect. Jiang Chen in gold robe beach version sweats like rain with an iron face twisted, shadow devouring king S+. Noble thunder eagle district swallowed 3 heads, my iron armor cracks. Yi Chen, retreat. Even if we smash all resources, we can't suppress it. Luo Li's silver eyes widen, school uniform swimsuit welfare shaking wildly as she hugs Yi Chen's arm and screams, "Idiot opener." God bone heat pulse attracts the leader, music box buzzes exploding, team in despair, bonds pressing down. Qin Feng's fat legs soft, gurgle, swallows saliva as the amplifier slides in sand, Chen bro. Low bass can't control it, Demon King's stomach bag wriggles foully deadly, welfare paradise turns into graveyard. Muxue's blue eyes with teardrops, plop, fists clenched on Yi Chen's arm, rabbit ears drooping with flower fragrance mixing foul odor, Yi Chen. Little Leaf's milk is cut off, total annihilation. Roadside window phantom, otherworld projection beach, tourists' legs plunge into sand eyes bulging wildly roaring, flame spirit legion sand abyss screen explodes. But shadow devouring king hundred claws swallow the sky, Jiang iron armor cracks blood sprays, dark horse Yi Chen is crushed, heaven-defying alliance turns to ash. Yi Chen's heartbeat, thump thump thump, like a furnace colliding in the chest, the music box's golden light retracts burning through the palm bone, buzz buzz buzz, urging the soul, his inner monologue, desire to rise first suppressed to the limit. Shadow devouring king S plus claw shadows immune to the whole army, flame spirit full level card against rot, Jiang Chen's redemption moment, Qin Feng's comedy turn, Luo Li's bonds rise. Trump card explodes, music box ultimate fusion skill tree plus rat king material, divine beast legion initially appears. He deeply inhales the foul rotting hot air and flings the music box, buzz, suspending in air with golden light exploding illuminating the sand abyss and dispelling the black fog, no retreat. Rat king material fuses flame spirit skill tree, purple flame electric ice rot devouring big move chain fire. Luo Li, God bone pulse open, ultimate function unlock. The music box, click, rotates with ancient runes flashing, the panel wildly jumps, music box ultimate unlock, pet fusion legion mode. Flame spirit plus thunder eagle plus iron armor rhino plus snow rabbit bonds full, fuse into divine beast initial form, attributes explode 10 times immune to rot devouring. Luo Li star eyes bulge silver hair wildly dancing, welfare pressing on Yi Chen's chest as she screams then turns joyful, idiot god opener. Fusion Legion, Luo Li auxiliary melody. She points her silver finger at the music box, ding-ling ancient music starts, buzz buzz buzz, sand abyss resonates. Flame spirit beast's orange-blue body, boom, absorbs thunder eagle's golden fur electric wings fusing armor, iron armor rhino's earth heat waves melt into claw arms, snow rabbit's green fog infinitely sustains wrapping the body without dispersing, divine beast initial form, roar. A 5-meter lava ice electric earth rabbit fox giant beast bursts out. Orange-blue golden earth green fur mottled with melting armor flashing purple electric ice river earth thorns, double eyes with divine light lock shadow devouring king as tail whip 100 claws, whoosh snap crack crack, all shatter with black blood, spurt, fountains evaporating dry. Rotting fog approaches only, hiss hiss, turning into rainbow fog, intimacy buff stacks exploding whole army loyalty wildly roars. Qin Feng's fat face turns green to red as the amplifier fully opens with low bass rap, rumble rumble rumble, seeping into the Demon King's stomach bag veins, low bass cannon turn. Rap rhythm fuses legion speed explode, Demon King wriggles internal explode, hee hee, drop chain saves the day, welfare girly stunned. The Demon King's stomach bag, gurgle, trembles wildly as claw shadows slow like a snail with internal explode blood pool counterspraying self-devouring. Jiang Chen's pupils shrink noble foundation all off as golden eyes tremble roaring, Yi Chen. Fusion Legion divine beast. Iron armor rhino fused suppresses S plus king, my redemption, Thunder Eagle fully open electric net supplement. He flings the Thunder Eagle ball, buzz, A-level Thunder Eagle bursts door with electric arcs, hiss 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 hiss, net fusing divine beast armor exploding purple thunder earth electric ice fire big move, rumble rumble rumble, shoots shadow devouring king. The Demon King red eyes fear cracks as black mud body, crack, collapses with earth thorns piercing the heart, purple flame boiling mud, ice river freezing claws, electric net locking soul, rot devouring counter-swallowing, gurgle gurgle, self-explode into ashes. Muxue's blue eyes, water mist, turned into stars, hugged Yi Chen's arms and circled around, rabbit ears shaking, and the fragrance of flowers burst out, Yi Chen's army of mythical beasts. The green mist of the small leaves melts infinitely, and the picture of the big move burns through the sandy abyss, and the bond lasts forever. Luo Li's silver-haired sea breeze danced from her arms, bouncing up and shaking her starry eyes. Admiration, the ultimate melting unlock. The pet world's pulse is half stable, the bones are warm and slow, idiot, the team is top. Chen Feng clamped his fat legs and laughed wildly with a bass aftertaste, funny twist. The devil implodes the burnt mud fragrance, and raps to save the MVP, benefit upgrade for deep exploration on the beach. Jiang Chen knelt down on the sand, his golden eyes were wet, and the nobleman was arrogant. Yi Chen, the dark horse defies the sky, the merging army avenges my noble sin, and the small crisis of shadow devouring is broken, and the resources are deployed nationwide to prepare for the true alliance for life. The passers-by on the beach stared at the copper bell and shouted in sweaty admiration. The image of Qin Raojiang's atonement is complimentary. The shadow-devouring king flies into the dark horse Yi Chen, the top 8 omen champion in the country. Shi Yuan's buzzing pulse is steady and slow, and the golden light of the music box is restrained. The reward is, level 2 passed. Fusion Legion unlocked, fruit plus 20, alien key level 3, divine beast material x3, development diary day 9, shadow devourer breaks the team bond. Xiaoyan, blue water spirit, thunder and lightning eagle and other split parts jumped on Yi Chen's shoulders, squeaking, squeaking, squeaking with an intimacy level of 98%, licking the palms with warmth, the armored rhinoceros hooves lightly shaking the sandcastle escort, and the snow rabbit green mist spraying the waves to last forever. Yi Chen holds the music box and his heart is burning. Small crisis raises the army. Jiang Chen really influences Qin Feng Luo Li and binds Muxue sweetly. The national pet carnival opens, the invitations shine with gold, powerful enemies gather and the mythical beast army presses the situation. The diary of the heaven-defying diary is full of passion. The speeding car, bang, carries the team Juech and salmon. The sun pierces the edge of the black clouds on the beach and the golden waves, bang bang, celebrates. The smoke of the distant national stadium hides the bang, thunder, and the powerful enemy roars like a tide. At noon the next day, the sun shines down like molten gold in the aristocratic resource area on the beach. The aristocratic airship buzzes and hovers, raining down S-level fruits and smacking into the sand pit. The scent is fragrant and mixed with the salty sea. Jiang Chen changes his golden robe into a tight-fitting version of the aristocratic competition suit and his abs are shining. He swings the armored rhinoceros pet ball and the heat wave steams. He lowers his head and bends down to hand over the pile of fruits. Gulu Gulu rolls to Yi Chen's feet, leader Yi Chen. All the atonement resources are smashed, iron after the rhinoceros beast melted, the heat wave of the earth rose to S+, the Thunder Eagle Arc network was unlimited, and the LV3 Alien Key Noble version went all over the country to prepare for the finals. I will be a human shield. Qin Feng changed his fat swimming trunks into loose t-shirts and tightened his belly. He hung the waterproof version of the loudspeaker around his neck and hummed the audition waves as slow as honey. He took a peek at the Muxue bunny-eared racing suit with pink cheeks and red water droplets on his collarbones. Hey, brother Chen's beach benefits continue. Defeated the top teams in the national group stage. Qin Pang MVP's base control, the backstage dress-up and complaints doubled the benefits. Muxue's blue eyes water mist scratched Yi Chen's arms, rabbit ears shook, and the flowers burst into flames. Her little leaf snow rabbit green mist brushed her shoulders to last forever. Her pink fist lightly punched Yi Chen's chest, and the heat flowed. Yi Chen. After the shadow-devouring king was broken, the bonds of the mythical beast army were full, and the golden light of the invitation went straight to the top 8, but the logistics were numb. The troubles pile up. Lock my rabbit ears in the aristocratic area of the dressing room. You always protect me. Luo Li's silver hair danced in the sea breeze, her dress changed into white silk thighs, her starry eyes lit up the music box with the aftertaste of the ancient music. Ding the bell, idiot starter, the divine bone pulse is half stable, the day 9 of the pampering legion is unlocked, the group stage warm-up, Muxue expresses her feelings, Chen Feng raps to warm up, Jiang Chen's resources are blocked. The music box in Yi Chen's palm is as warm as his heartbeat, pounding with restrained golden light. He squints his eyes and scans the pile of fruits and speaks in his heart. The legion bounces from the abyss of the beach, Jiang Chen's true alliance, the sweet bond between Chen Funny and Muxue. The national carnival begins, the powerful teams in the group stage are overwhelmed, first make daily adjustments and then win in a row to explode, want to advance but first suppress the limit, the villain desperately worships the tide. The iron door of the aristocratic dressing room behind the scenes was locked, and the waiter, aristocratic, with protruding nose and eyes, arrogantly pushed Muxue rabbit ear competition packing box and smashed it to the floor. Public dark horse. Rabbit ears cured D-level school beauty. Noble section of the dressing room, go to the public toilet. Logistics are delayed, the top 8 are ready to burn you. Chen Feng clamped the green-faced loudspeaker with his fat legs and buzzed to warm up the bass test. Waiter brother, rap warm-up MVP, welfare girl's rabbit ears are trembling, do you want to open the door to complain? Jiang Chen, with golden eyes and livid aristocratic foundation, was sweating slightly as he flicked the Thunder Eagle ball and arced the door lock. The atonement resources are smashed. The aristocratic area is unlocked, and the logistics of the Yi Chen Alliance army are given priority. The waiter's legs were soft and his eyes were bulging, sweaty and smelly, and he was whispering in fear, Master Jiang, a Black Horse Alliance. Iron-armored rhinoceros. The mythical beast merged with the shadow, open it. The door clicked, and Muxue's pink cheeks turned red. She hugged Yi Chen and circled her arms, shaking her rabbit ears and fragrant flowers. Yi Chen, the logistics trouble is solved in no time. You are the guardian, and the bond, I love you since I picked up shells by the beach. Her blue eyes burst into water mist and kissed Yi Chen's cheeks, and Chen Feng's fat face turned red and laughed wildly. Confession. Welfare blast. Chen Pang's bass accompaniment, Muxue two urchins arm, the fragrance of flowers and the sea are sweet. Luo Li's silver hair hit her face and pressed her breasts. Idiots, it's not daily life. Adjust the lineup, the full-level flame spirit melt thunder eagle young purple electric explosion, the iron-armored rhinoceros earth thorn supplement snow rabbit green mist infinite, the rat king material purple flame ice corruption is locked. The winning streak starts in the group stage. The National Pet Carnival opened with thunderous thunder, and the giant screen projected images of the beach's initial form of mythical beasts in a cycle of roar. The orange, blue, gold, earth and green giant beast's tail whip shattered, the shadow of the king-devouring black blood fountain evaporated, and hundreds of thousands of spectators roared, sweat and stinky worship filled the air. Dark horse Yi Chen, the shadow of the beast bites the beast and melts. Jiang Chen atones. True Alliance, the omen of the top 8 preliminary champions. In the first match of the group stage, the powerful team, Thunder Academy, came on stage. The villain captain Zhao Kuang's A-level thunderstorm Wolf King LV-10 Golden Hair Electric Claw Zizizizi flashed through the sandstorm on the field, and the panel flashed. Thunderstorm Wolf King is immune to the electric system, claws are second level B, and the Academy's resources are full of S-fruits. Zhao Kuang, with protruding nose and eyes, aristocratic nose, smiled proudly and tossed the wolf ball into the heat. Dark horse Yi Chen. The shadow of luck on the beach eats the remaining spirit, and the beach pretends to bounce up. In the group stage, My Thunder Academy has won 3 consecutive times, and the Wolf King's claws melt your flame spirit D-level ash. Audience, worship the genius. The audience whispered with fear and their legs weakened. The powerful team of Thunder Academy is overwhelming, the Wolf King's electric claw is invincible, Yi Chen's first-time merging card team. The dark horse is crushing him. Yi Chen's music box buzzed with a restrained golden light, and he said in his heart, if you want to rise, suppress it first. The Wolf King is immune to the electric flame spirit card, Zhao Kuang taunts the limit, and the legion presses the bottom and explodes the divine fusion against the sky. The flame spirit beast with orange and blue hair, squeaks, leaps onto the field to catch the wolf shadow with its claws, only to scrape the golden fur, and the electricity backfires with sizzling, scorch rolls. The little flame blue water spirit ice mist squeaks to protect it only, and the thunder eagle cub's electric grid buzzes, seals its claws and violently explodes with pop to no avail. Zhao Kuang laughed wildly and puffed out his nostrils. The D-class flame spirit is stuck. The dark horse has withdrawn from the competition, and the college's resources have been crushed. Qin Feng's bass rap boom through the loudspeaker only half effectively slowed down the wolf pulse. Muxue Sheria's green mist swipe swallowed up half of the battery life, and Jiang Chen's armored rhinoceros earth barrier, Golu, only cracked the horns and sprayed blood. Luo Li's silver eyes stared at her big skirt, and she hugged Yi Chen's arms and screamed, "Idiot." The Wolf King's lightning surges, the divine bones and hot veins make fun of him, the team is in despair. The audience screamed with bulging eyes, the flame spirit army is stuck in an electric storm. Zhao Kuang's genius Wolf King's claws swallow the sky, and the dark horse Yi Chen's team is thrown into ashes. Zhao Kuang's pupils were proud and he roared, "Yi Chen, kneel down and lick the resources of the academy. The Wolf King S is feeding you fruit like crazy, and you can kill the whole group in seconds." Yi Chen's heartbeat pounded, the furnace hit his chest, and the music box clicked as the runes spun, pampering Legion mode. Flame Spirit plus Thunder Eagle plus Armored Rhinoceros plus Snow Rabbit, the bond is full, the initial form of the mythical beast is 10 times more immune. He threw the box and buzzed the resonance of the battlefield, the golden light pierced the blind black mist. "Don't kneel." The Rat King's material melted into purple flames, electric ice and rot, the divine beast melted, the Wolf King imploded. Luo Li's silver finger dinged the bell, ancient music, the flame spirit orange and blue absorbed the thunder and lightning eagle's golden lightning, the heat wave of melted earth thorns and the green mist are infinite, and the initial form of the mythical beast, roar. The 5-meter orange, blue, gold, and earth-green monster explodes with molten armor, flashes of purple electric glacial thorns, its eyes are divine, and the locking Wolf King's tail whips, cracks, clicks, shatters electric claws, and black blood spurts out with puff. The electric storm sizzled when he got close to him, and the rainbow electromagnetic mist turned into self-eating. Zhao Kuang's nose and eyes were bulging, his legs were soft, and his sweat was tick-tock. The sand-falling noble foundation all fell off and his voice trembled, "God, the divine beast melts. The Wolf King's immunity is broken and implodes, and my genius resources are gray." Qin Feng's fat face turned red and the bass rapped, "Rumble, rumble, rumble," in the veins of the wolf's stomach explosion, the bass MVP turns. The image of the mythical beast is on fire, Zhao Kuang's nose is broken, and the welfare girl spins in circles. Mu Shue's blue-eyed star crossed her arms and her rabbit ears trembled, "Yi Chen, the mythical beast." The small leaves of the green mist melt infinitely, and the big move binds forever. Jiang Chen's golden eyes shook the Thunder Eagle grid in awe to supplement the purple thunder explosion, Zizizi, and the Wolf King flew away. The audience threw themselves on the ground and roared with admiration, the team in the first form of the mythical beast exploded. Zhao Quanggenius defeated the nose protruding and kneeled, the dark horse Yi Chen won consecutively against the powerful team, the omen of the championship. In the second battle with the powerful team of Frost Castle, the villain Captain Frost Queen LV9 Ice Phoenix Wings squeaked the frozen arena. The fog choked the lungs and blood, and the smell of iron was faint. She fluttered her wing ball arrogantly and sneered, "The flame spirit fire element is sending you off. The beach shadow eats luck, the dark horse team stops, I am Ice Phoenix freezing and thawing the first ashes of your mythical beast." The audience whispered in fear, the Ice Phoenix is immune to ice and fire, is Yi Chen's flame spirit and blue water spirit stuck? The flame spirit's claws grasped the ice wings and cracked the fog and anti-freeze curls, the snow rabbit's green mist was only half, and the lightning eagle's power grid was frozen and shattered. Han Shuang's nose was convex and he laughed wildly, the genius resources are crushed, the dark horse kneels down. Yi Chen's heart, the extreme is rising again. The ice phoenix presses, and the melting army breaks through the extreme cold. The music box buzzed and melted the mythical beast, roar. Purple flames boiled the glaciers and frozen wings of soil thorns penetrated the heart and devoured themselves. The frost queen shrank her eyes and fluttered, trembling and regretting, mythical beast. I am a proud genius and made a mistake. The dark horse defied the sky and all the resources were lost. The audience worshipped and roared, two powerful teams have won in a row. The mythical beast has an epic picture, Frost is defeated and kneels down, and the dark horse Yi Chen explodes in the universe. In the third battle of Poison Shadow Alliance, Poisonous Scorpion King LV-10 Blackthorn Gulu spits out blood from the rotting sand pit, and the villain leader laughs sinisterly. You are lucky, Shadow Devouring King, poisonous scorpions rotting devouring will melt your whole army. The leader shouted with bulging eyes, the genius is invincible in the poison system, the dark horse is destroyed. Yi Chen's music box exploded and melted, roar. The mythical beast Thornlock Scorpion exploded with purple electricity and the rotten mist backfired and swallowed up the implosion ash. The leader knelt on the sand and roared in despair, Legion of mythical beasts. I, Poison Shadow, regret provoking, and I owe you the resources. The sweaty and stinking audience worshipped the tide, 3 consecutive victories of the powerful team. The villains were all defeated and knelt down in regret, and the dark horse Yi Chen, the mythical beast, worshipped God in its first form. At the end of the group stage, the giant screen flashed with golden light, Yi Chen's Legion advanced to the quarterfinals. Best Newcomer Trophy Upgraded Day 10 Diary, the winning streak team is so strong that the villains are worshipping in despair. Muxue folded her arms and spun around in a circle with flowers bursting with fragrance. Yi Chen, after confessing his love, he won consecutively, you are a god. Chen Feng rapped to warm up the scene with boom, and the whole audience sang along, Brother Chen, the mythical beast, explodes the universe, and the welfare bond is immortal. Jiang Chen knelt down and his golden eyes were wet, the alliance leader defies heaven, I have all my resources for atonement. Luo Li's silver-haired dancer pressed her chest, idiot, the final hook, the descendant of the old enemy of the god of pets, the S++ beast is suppressed, and the pulse shadow is coming back. Yi Chen held the box and burned, a thrilling winning streak, the villain's defeat, the old descendant of the divine enemy in the finals, the bloody diary. The stadium thundered, boom, and the strong enemy roared, and the old shadow, Gulu, locked the door to the top 8. The aftertaste of thunder in the stadium booms and rolls away like huge waves at ebbing tide. The stinky sweat of 100,000 spectators mixed with the sweet fragrance of fruits fills the air. The golden light of the giant screen flashes, buzzing. Yi Chen's Legion mythical beast's initial form screen loop, orange and blue molten armor monster the tail whip, clicks, to crush the poisonous scorpion's black sting, and the purple flames, electric ice, rot and implosion evaporate into ashes. The audience's bell-like eyes roared and their legs went limp and they rushed to the sand with admiration. Dark Horse Yi Chen wins 3 consecutive victories against the powerful team. The mythical beast melts against the sky, and the villain's nose protrudes and kneels on the ground. Go straight to the top 8 and win the championship. The waiter's noble nose was as green as a vegetable leaf. He bent down and rolled the S-class fruit cart, Gulu Gulu, at Yi Chen's feet. The beads of sweat fell into the sand with a trembling voice, Yi leader, the best newcomer gold cup. The logistics noble area is fully opened, the alien LV4 keys are piled up, and the music fruit S++ is rained down, resources are given priority in the finals, atonement. The waterproof version of Buzz was splashing during the bass audition. He peeked at Muxue's bunny-eared racing suit with pink cheeks and collarbones, laughing wildly and tightening his fat legs. Hey, Brother Chen's group MVP. Chen Fat raps about 3 villains, and the welfare girl turns the fragrance of the circle of flowers fills the nostrils, and the whole audience sings along with the bass to control the audience. The backstage costumes are doubled and the comments are doubled, and the final swimsuit version is warmed up. Muxue's blue eyes are covered with mist, and the water mist scratches Yi Chen's arms, the rabbit ears are trembling with the fragrance of flowers, and the tip of her nose is warm and soft, and her little snow rabbit is covered in green mist. Brush sprinkled on the shoulders to last for a long time, and lightly punched Yi Chen's chest with a pink fist, and an electric current flowed through his heart. Yi Chen, a winning streak, full of bonds with mythical beasts, and the Gold Cup Day 10 diary flashes, but the logistics are full of troubles. You always protect me, from now on the seashells on the beach, love, will never change. She pressed her cheek to Yi Chen and kissed Yuan. Qin Feng blushed and whispered, the sequel to Confession is a bonus. Brother Muxue Tu Chen's arms are so sweet. The abdominal muscles of Jiang Chen's golden robe were glistening with sweat. He swung the rhinoceros pet ball, Earth Thorn, into the heat. He bowed his head and piled up S+ fruits and smashed them into the sand pit, Alliance leader. The atonement resources are fully activated, the Iron Rhinoceros Earth Thorn S++ has risen, and the Thunder Eagle has unlimited purple electricity. In the semi-finals of the quarterfinals, I blocking moves with a human shield, the leader of the finals. Luo Li's silver hair danced in the sea breeze, her white silk skirt flashed, and her starry eyes lit up with the music box, ding bell. The aftertaste of ancient music hit her face and pressed her chest, idiot opener, the divine bone veins are 80% stable, and the favored army unlocks the Rat King's ultimate move, Purple Flame Ice Rot. Full, best newcomer Jinbei absorbs spiritual energy. Day 11 warm-up, group aftermath harvest, semi-final warm-up routine is extraordinary, Muxue is sweet and Qin Feng is funny, Jiang Chen kneels and licks. The music box in Yi Chen's palm is warm and thumping, the golden light of his heart is restrained, he squints at the Jinbei and feels lonely in his heart. The team has a great winning streak, the villains are defeated and worshipped by the crowd, the treasures of fame and status are piled up, the alien LV4 Key S++ Fruit Rat King Material X4, the mythical beast army suppresses the semifinals, the desire to advance first suppresses the limit, the old descendant's black shadow hook conceals the pressure, the blood of the diary of defying the sky continues. The squeaky, iron door of the dressing room in the aristocratic area of the backstage is wide open, the waiter's legs are soft and the fruit cart is fragrant, Muxue rabbit ears are packed with golden rims, she hugs Yi Chen and spins her arms, the floral fragrance mixed with the perfume is sweet, Yi Chen. Jinbei Logistics Instant Solution, your divine escort, fetters, the hot spring agreement is to increase the price. Qin Feng's fat legs rushed into the fitting loudspeaker and rapped in the mirror, welfare change. Qin Fat's swimming trunks version of MVP, peeking at the rabbit ears and white silk stockings, oops, Luo Li's silver hair presses her breasts, and the rap accompaniment explodes. The opening of the quarterfinals was thunderous, and the giant screen projection of Yi Chen's Golden Cup cycle of mythical beasts roared, roar. The sweaty and adoring audience roared, the dark horse goes straight in. The strong opponent in the semifinals is approaching, and it is a sign of the championship. The first semifinal matched the powerful team of Fire Demon Castle, the captain of the villain Flame Demon Lion King level 12 with red flame mane, bang, the burning sand field, the heat wave steams the skin, the smell of blood and burnt iron chokes the lungs, his nose and eyes are protruding, the aristocratic nose throws the lion ball, the tongue of fire, tisk tisk, licks the air and smiles proudly, Yi Chen the dark horse. The first half of the team's lucky beast, the Shadow Devourer, the fourth consecutive champion of Flame Demon Castle, the red flame of the Lion King is immune to your orange, blue and gray. Audience, I admire the S++ resource genius. The audience whispered with fear that the legs were weak and the sweat was tick, the Flame Demon Lion King is extremely hot and blocked. The Lion King's red flame suppressed the ultimate taunt, and the Shen Fusion Legion Rat King's big move exploded. The flame spirit beast with its orange and blue fur, squeaks, leaps onto the field and claws grab the mane, scraping the red fire back and, blasting, the burnt curly ball, the little flame blue water spirit ice mist, squeaks, to protect it from being evaporated by the heat wave, and the thunder and lightning eagle cub's electric grid, buzzes, to seal the fire tongue and, pops, to exploding to no avail. The Balrog's nose bulged and he laughed wildly, spitting fire from his nostrils, D-class flame spirit melts ashes. The dark horse kneels down and licks the fort's resources. Qin Feng's loudspeaker boomed into the lion's veins and slowed down for half the effect. Muxue Xiaoya's green mist swished and swallowed half the life of the rotting flames. Jiang Chen's armored rhinoceros earth barrier, Gulu, blocked the cracked horn and spurted blood and hot juice. Luo Li's silver eyes stared at her big dress, and she hugged Yi Chen's arms and screamed, "Idiot!" The lion's flames are overwhelming, and the divine bones and veins are making fun. The team is desperate, and the secret skills are assisting. The audience's eyes bulged and they screamed, "The flame spirit army is stuck in the red flame." The genius lion king's mane of the flame demon burns to the sky, and the dark horse Yi Chen turns to ashes in the semifinals. The flame demon's pupils roared proudly, "Yi Chen, S++ fruit is fed like crazy, you can kill the whole group in seconds." Yi Chen's heartbeat thumped and the furnace hit, the music box clicked and the runes exploded, pampering Legion plus Luo Li's secret technique. Flame Spirit plus Thunder Eagle plus Armored Rhinoceros plus Snow Rabbit plus Rat King, the material bond is full, the initial form of the mythical beast is 15 times more powerful and immune to the purple flame, electric ice, and rotten attack. Luo Lin pointed at the ancient music's secret skill melody of dingling dingling, and the resonance of the battlefield golden light pierced the blind red fog, secret skill sacred bone movement. The Lion King imploded. Flame Spirit Orange Blue Absorbing Thunder Lightning Eagle Gold Electric Wing Melting Earth Thorn Heat Wave Green Mist Infinite Rat King Purple Shadow Explosion, the initial form of the Divine Beast, Roar. The 7-meter orange, blue, gold, earth, green, and purple monster exploded with molten armor, flashes of purple electricity, glaciers, thorns, and rotten claws, and the divine light in its eyes locked the lion's tail whip. The red flames bombed at a close range and turned into purple flames that self-devoured and imploded. The Balrog's nose and eyes were bulging, and his legs were weak and sweaty. The aristocratic foundation melted and trembled with fear. God, the secret skill of merging divine beasts. The Lion King's immunity is broken and implodes, and the resources of my genius castle are wiped out. Jiang Chen's golden eyes flicked the thunder eagle and the purple net sizzled to replenish the lion's heart. His abdominal muscles gleamed with sweat to block the remaining flames and roared, "Alliance leader." Atonement for the human shield to block the move, the armored rhinoceros and earth thorns will always block it. Qin Feng's fat face turned red and the bass rapped, boom. The veins in the lion's stomach burst, the base MVP's secret skill turns. The scene of the mythical beast explodes, the flame demon's nose is broken and the rabbit's ears turn. The green mist melts infinitely, and the ultimate bond explodes. The audience fell to the ground and shouted in admiration for the sweaty tsunami, the first form of the divine beast exploded. The demon genius was defeated and fell to the ground, and the dark horse Yi Chen went straight to the semi-finals, a miracle of championship. In the second battle with the Wind Shadow Sect, powerful team, the villain Captain Wind Shadow Fox Emperor LV-11 Silver Wind Blade hissed and cut the arena into a bloody sandstorm. She arrogantly threw the fox ball with the wind blade buzzing and sneered in the air, "The divine beast is the first to merge with luck." The flame demon pretends to be a dark horse and stops in the semi-final. I, the wind, the Shadow Fox Emperor is immune to the wind blade and melts the ashes of your army. The audience whispered in fear, "The Fox Emperor's silver blade is invincible, is Yi Chen's thorn stuck?" The flame spirit claw grabbed the wind blade and cut the silver mist back with a click, the snow rabbit's green mist slowed down, and the thunder eagle's power grid was shattered by the wind. Feng Ying's nose was convex and he laughed wildly, "The genius resources are crushed, the dark horse kneels down." Yi Chen's heart, the extreme is rising again. The Fox Emperor presses, Luo Li's secret skill merges with the Legion to break the extreme wind. Music box, buzz, Luo Li's dingling bell, secret skill merges with the mythical beast, roar. Purple flame boils silver wind thorns pierce the heart and eat self-devouring electric ice to lock the speed, the wind shadow queen's pupils shrink and her legs flutter and tremble with regret and sweat, the secret skill of the mythical beast. I am an arrogant genius who is wrong, the dark horse is reversed god, all the resources of the clan are lost. Jiang Chen's armored rhinoceros, Gulu, blocked the wind and blocked the move forever. The audience shouted in admiration, go straight to the top 4. The scene of the mythical beast's secret skill is epic, Feng Ying is defeated and kneels down, the dark horse Yi Chen universe is suppressed. In the third battle of the Rock Soul Palace, the level 12 Rock Soul Giant Spirit Stone Fist shook the arena with a bang. His leader smiled sinisterly and swung the spirit ball, the divine beast will melt your luck, and the Rock Soul Stone Fist will crush the entire army. The stone fist hit the flame spirit, only cracking the armor and causing shock, while the armored rhinoceros and earth barrier only blocked an instant spurt of blood. The leader shouted with bulging eyes, the genius rock type is invincible, the dark horse is destroyed. Yi Chen's music box exploded with Luo Li's secret skill, roar. The divine beast's thornlock spirit purple electricity exploded and the rotten mist counterattacked the stone fist and exploded with ash. The leader knelt on the sand and screamed in despair, the secret skill of the divine beast legion. I, the rock soul, regret the provocation, and worship the alliance leader with resources. Jiang Chen's thunder eagle and purple thunder exploded, the human shield will always block. The audience's sweaty admiration wave, 3 consecutive wins and a semi-final. The villains were all defeated and knelt down regretting it. Dark Horse Yi Chen, the secret skill of the divine beast in its first form, worshipped God and went straight to the finals. At the end of the semi-finals, the giant screen flashed with golden light, Yi Chen's legion will advance directly to the finals. Best Advanced Trophy S++ Upgrade Day 11 Diary, Semi-Final Divine Fusion Secret Technique is unbelievable, villains are desperately adored. The aristocratic lounge in the preparation area squeaked soothingly, the S++ fruit pile filled the nose, Muxue folded her arms and twirled her rabbit ears, and the fragrance of flowers burst into her nose. Yi Chen, the secret skill of the semi-final winning streak, you are protected by the gods, and the hot spring celebration is enhanced. Her blue eyes and water mist kissed Yi Chen's cheek to warm the soft bullet, Qin Feng's fat body was paralyzed, and the loudspeaker buzzed, low sound rap audition, semi-final MVP benefit. Qin Pang's bass accompaniment with the beast's roar, peeking at the white rabbit ears, oh, Luo Li's silver hair pressed against her chest is funny every day, rapping, Brother Chen in the final will blow up the universe, the bond benefit will be immortal. The fat legs were clamped, the green face was red, and he was laughing wildly while trying the swimming trunks version, falling off the chain and tripping the fruit, pop, bang, Jiang Chen bowed in awe and piled up resources, leader. Iron Armored Rhinoceros S++ is up, the Atonement Human Shield final is on, and the abdominal muscles block the move Yong. Luo Li's silver-haired dance welfare pressed Yi Chen's chest and giggled, idiots are preparing for the battle easily, the Rat King is full of alien LV4 detectives, 90% of the divine bone veins, countdown to the finals. 3 hours later, the ultimate crisis comes. The descendant of the pet god's old enemy, the S++ Black God Beast, has reappeared, locking your music box. Yi Chen's heart was pounding as he held the box, the semi-final was a blast to suppress, the villain's kneeling trend became famous, and the team's funny bond was at its peak, the old descendant's crisis in the final, the Rat King purple flame finally exploded against the sky. The black shadow, Gulu Gulu, growled and loomed outside the stadium, the S++ black energy shadow locked the door, and the ultimate crisis boomed to press the situation. In the aristocratic lounge, the fruits of S++ music are piled up like a hill. The sweet and fruity aroma is mixed with the smell of sweat and the salty sea breeze. The iron door creaks slightly. Luo Li's silver hair dances like waves. Her white silk dress reveals the moist curves of her thighs. Her starry eyes flash sharply. The aftertaste of the music box, Dingle Bells, ancient music presses her chest and presses her welfare tightly against Yi Chen's arms, idiot opener. Black shadow pulsation locks, S++, S old descendant black divine beast queen descended from the bloodline of the old enemy of the god of pets, the Shadow Devourer Lord, he intercepted the music box before the finals, and 90% of the divine bone veins caused it to run wild. Qin Feng's fat body collapsed in the sand, and the waterproof version of the loudspeaker buzzed the sound test, and his belly was swaying and his face turned red. Preparing for battle, the black shadow of the crisis exploded in its veins, the welfare girl's rabbit ears circled, Brother Chen's mythical beast army dominated the universe, and the final swimsuit was doubled. Muxue's blue eyes and starry water mist hit Yi Chen's hot arms, the rabbit ears shook and the fragrance of flowers made the tip of her nose warm and soft. Her little snow rabbit green mist swished on her shoulders, and she lightly punched Yi Chen's chest with electric currents. Yi Chen, the black shadow is pressing, God protects me from the shell beside the beach, happy the joy will never change, after the hot spring agreement, the army is full of bonds. Jiang Chen's golden-robed abdominal muscles are shining with sweat, and the iron-armored rhinoceros is steaming with a heat wave. He bends down and piles fruits to hit the sand pit, and his golden eyes are wet with awe. Leader. The atonement human shield will always block, the black god beast's shadow, my thunder eagle's purple gridlock is smashed, all the resources in the final are smashed, the iron-armored rhinoceros S+++ is unlimited. The music box in Yi Chen's palm is warm and thumping. The golden light of his heartbeat is restrained. He squints and scans the black shadow and whispers, "Gulu gulu," seeping into the cracks of the iron door. The shadow of the black energy veins spreads like ink, blood and iron are rotten, choking his lungs, and he has an inner monologue. The semi-final is a blast to suppress, the villain kneeling trend accumulates fame, the team bond is funny and sweet, the old descendant S++ black beast is in danger, the Rat King's ultimate move reaches 90% of the divine bone veins, the limit is suppressed first, the music box finally explodes against the sky. Suddenly, boom! The iron door exploded and black shadows rushed forward. The S++ Shadow Devourer bloodline beast roared. The 10-meter black giant wolf's shadow claws tore through the air. Hissing. The rotten wind hit his face, and the audience area screamed in a sweaty tsunami from far away. The black divine beast attacks before the finals. Yi Chen's dark horse preparations are over, and his dream of winning the championship is shattered. Qin Feng's loudspeaker boomed, and his fat body and legs trembled. Fat Qin. The base is stuck, and the welfare girl's rabbit ears are in danger. Afraid of the explosion of water mist, rabbit ears pressed against Yi Chen's arms, the fragrance of flowers mixed with the rotten stench trembled. Yi Chen, the small leaves of green mist are ineffective in slowing down the rot, and the veins of the black divine beast are crushing the legion. Jiang Chen's iron-armored rhinoceros earth barrier, Gulu, blocked his claws and only cracked his armor. Blood spurted out hot juice, and his abdominal muscles were livid, roaring, and his legs were weak. Human shield. S++++, the atonement of the alliance leader can't stop it. Luo Li's silver eyes widened and she hugged Yi Chen's arm while her silver hair danced wildly. Idiot. The flame spirit beast's orange-blue fur squeaks and jumps out to catch the shadow claw, which only scratches the ink and bites the burnt roll. The blue water spirit ice mist squeaks, protects and slows down the rotting wind and evaporates it. The thunder eagle's electric grid buzzes, seals the claws and pops to explode, and the snow rabbit's green mist swallows half of the rotten shadow. The black shadow wolf emperor laughed wildly with protruding nose and eyes, spitting out rotten juice. Yi Chen's dark horse. Divine bone vein bait. Shadow-devouring demon king's bloodline S++ crushes the army, I will swallow the music box. The audience's copper bell eyes roared and their legs were weak and they threw themselves on the sand in a wave of fear. The black divine beast is approaching. The flame spirit army is in ashes, the dark horse Yi Chen is preparing to fight, and the final is cancelled. Yi Chen's heart beats into the furnace, the music box clicks, the spiral runes explode, golden awns pierce the blind ink mist, crisis suppresses the extreme. Pet Fusion Legion plus Luo Li's ultimate secret technique plus Rat King materials. Luo Li pointed at the dingling, ancient music and sacred bone movement, and the golden light resonating on the battlefield burst into the black shadow. the ultimate secret skill pasting god movement. The demon lord's bloodline imploded and reversed. Flame spirit absorbs thunder and lightning, eagle, gold electric wings, melted iron armor, rhinoceros, soil, thorns, heat wave, snow rabbit, green mist, infinite blue water spirit, ice river rat king. The shadow-devouring wolf emperor's pupils are bulging, his legs are weak, his sweaty and smelly ink is all melted, and his voice is trembling with fear. God, the complete form of the divine beast. The immunity of the demon king's bloodline is broken and implodes, and the genius of my old descendant is reduced to ashes. Jiang Chen's golden eyes were livid and he flicked the thunder eagle's infinite purple net. The light of sweat forever blocked the lingering shadow and roared, Alliance leader. Atonement human shield beast assistant, thunder eagle and purple thunder eternal lock. Qin Feng's fat face blushed and rapped with a bass, rumble, 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 the veins in the wolf's stomach exploded, the bass is the ultimate MVP. The picture of the mythical beast is burning in the universe, the old descendant's nose is protruding and he is kneeling, welfare girl the child spins in circles and the scent of flowers hits her nose. Muxue's blue eyes burst into arms and her rabbit ears trembled wildly. The scent of flowers is sweet, Yi Chen's ultimate secret skill of the magical beast. The small green mist melts infinitely, and the bond is forever exploded. Luo Li's silver hair pressed against her chest and her silver eyes worshipped, idiot opener, the divine bone veins are at full 10%, pampering Kagura unlocked the ancient truth of the music box, the relic of the pet god, the old enemy of the devil has been destroyed. The audience jumped to the ground and shouted in admiration, the crisis of the black beast is reversed. The complete form of the beast is miraculous, the dark horse Yi Chen is invincible, and he will advance to the finals. Dark shadows flew away, the stadium thundered with boom, the final opened, the giant screen golden light exploded, Yi Chen's divine beast's complete form cycled, roar, 100,000 viewers worshipped with sweaty smell, fruity fragrance, roaring legs and soft worship, dark horse Yi Chen's crisis explodes the divine beast. The demon king's blood is shattered and kneels, the champion universe crushes. In the first match of the final against the Thunder Empire, powerhouse, the captain of the empire, Thunder Emperor Dragon Emperor LV-15, Golden Thunder Scales, boom, zitzy, and burn the air. The smell of burning arc was choking on his lungs. The noble man with a protruding nose threw the dragon ball and thunder wing, tisk tisk, and locked the air with a proud smile, the mythical beast is complete. Disguise in crisis, the dark horse is stopped in the finals, I, the Thunder Emperor, am immune to electric melting, and all your orange, blue and gray will be wiped out. The audience. The whispers were dripping with fear, the Dragon King's golden thunder is invincible, but the mythical beast army is stuck. The flame spirit's claws scratched the scales, only to crack the gold and lightning, backfired and scorched, the blue water spirit ice mist slowly evaporated, and the armored rhinoceros earth barrier melted and shattered the electric grid. The Empire's nose was convex and laughing wildly, S++++ resource genius crushes, the dark horse kneels down and licks the Empire. Yi Chen's heart, the final is suppressed. The Dragon King is extremely pressed, and the Rat King in the complete form of divine fusion finally explodes. The music box buzzed and Luo Li's tinkling bell's ultimate secret skill merged with the divine beast, roar. Purple flame boiled gold thunder thorns pierced the scales and rotten food and swallowed the electric ice lock at full speed. The Empire captain shrank his legs and fluttered, trembling and regretting the smell of sweat, the divine beast's complete secret skill. I, the genius of the Thunder Emperor, made a mistake, the dark horse defied the sky, and all the Empire's resources were lost. The audience worshipped and shouted, first win in the finals. The epic picture of the divine beast, the dark horse suppresses the realm. In the second battle, the Frost Queen, the Ice Queen Phoenix level 14, hissed, as the cold air on the arena froze the blood. She flung her phoenix ball arrogantly, and the frost mist, buzzed, and sneered, the beast melts luck. Thunder disguises, my queen is immune to the ice-melting army ash. The snow rabbit's green mist freezes and cracks, and the Thunder Eagle's power grid ice shatters. The Queen's eyes bulged and shouted, "The genius of the ice system is invincible." Yi Chen's music box exploded and melted Luo Li's secret skill, the mythical beast Thornlock Phoenix. Purple electricity exploded, the rotten mist backfired and the frost wings exploded with ash. The Queen knelt on the sand and yelled in despair, "Legion of mythical beasts. I, the Queen, regret it," and worshipped the Dark Horse for resources. The audience worshipped the Dark Horse, second victory in a row. The villain kneels down, Dark Horse of the mythical beast universe. In the final battle of the Dark Alliance, Dark Lord level 16, the tentacles of the abyss, Gulu Gulu, were bloody and hidden in the decaying field. His leader smiled sinisterly and threw the king ball, "Lucky beast, the infinite darkness will swallow the whole army." The tentacles smashed against the flame spirit and cracked the armor, causing shock, and the armored rhinoceros earth barrier shattered and spurted blood. The leader roared, "S+++++ genius, the Dark Horse is destroyed." Yi Chen's divine beast exploded in its full form, roar. The Rat King's purple flame, electric ice, and rotten devouring ultimate move, King Lock, imploded into the black abyss and flew into ashes. The leader knelt down in despair and sweated, the secret skill of the mythical beast. Dark regrets the provocation, and the resources of the whole country worship the leader. The audience roared, 3 consecutive wins in the finals. Dark Horse Yi Chen is the champion of the mythical beast in its complete form. Big screen golden explosion, Yi Chen's Legion National Championship. Diary of Day 11 of the Ultimate Trophy S++++ mythical beast in its complete form. The music of pet gods defies heaven, the desperate worship trend of villains across the country, and the leadership of the Pet Alliance. The podium thundered with the aroma of fruit, the aristocratic waiter's legs pushed the S++++ fruit cart, Gulu, and rolled onto Yi Chen's feet, trembling with sweat, champion leader. A pile of LV5 keys from another world, the music fruit S++++ reign, the whole country's queen, Qin Yong Kai. Qin Feng's fat legs clamped the loudspeaker and boomed, and the audience sang along, champion MVP raps to blast the universe. Qin Fat's bass is always with you, and the welfare rabbit ears and white silk are spinning sweetly. Muxue's blue eyes were filled with tears, and her rabbit ears were shaking wildly, kissing Yi Chen on the cheek with a warm kiss. "Yi Chen, the champion beast, you escorted me from the shell on the beach to the universe, I will marry you in the hot spring forever." Jiang Chen bowed his abdominal muscles and knelt down with sweat, and his golden eyes were wet. The leader is a true alliance for life. Resources will be smashed forever, and human shields will be shared forever. Entering another world. Luo Lianfa pressed her chest and clucked her arms. The legend of the idiot, the inheritance of the god of pets with divine bones and veins, the new door of the music box at level 5, the remaining party of the old enemy is hidden, the cosmic crisis continues, the bloody new chapter of the diary of the heaven-defying one. The waves on the beach crashed violently, the sand gates slowly closed, and the blue lightning reflected the dark clouds in the afterglow. The fishy smell at the bottom of the waves was like a tongue licking the reef, and the cracks in the distance expanded and shook the sea level with a low roar. The heartbeat was pounding and the crisis was suppressing again. Yi Chen holds the new pet ball and shouts, "Legion promotion, Jiang Chen's true alliance." The beach bounces, but the pet world is in chaos, the shadow-devouring abyss is coming, and the top 8 in the country are fighting bloody battles. Yi Chen held the gold cup music box, the golden light was restrained and thumping, and he said in his inner monologue, "From being an ordinary high school student picking up music boxes, to leading the army of mythical beasts, it is so satisfying to suppress the desire to advance first. The team bond is sweet and funny, the villain is famous in the pet universe, the crisis is resolved, a new door is opened, and the passion is cultivated to be immortal." The alien door outside the arena buzzed with golden light, the remaining shadowy party roared and gathered, and a new adventure, boomed, was about to begin.